Hey guys, what is up? And welcome to Lost Boys Recoveries Sunday night live stream. We appreciate you guys being in here. Hopefully, you guys got out today. It was about 83 degrees here in Pennsylvania. And let me tell you, I got me some sunburn. It's not just my screen. I mean, look how my neck. I got a lot of lighting on my face, and it's not helping. But yeah, hopefully you guys got out and scored some coins today, and just enjoyed the weather in general. So great day to be outside for sure. But yeah, a little bit about last week. Great show. We had a lot of people tuned in about the cleaning relics episode. Really good show. We had a lot of new topics as far as people's ways of how they clean their coins. A little bit of different techniques everybody uses. A really good show. I mean, if you guys missed that show, definitely tune back in to see that one. A lot of good information there. Speaking of last week's show, a few things that kind of followed up to this show. Um, the ring recovery show. I'm going to share two pictures real quick here once. The first picture is me. I actually did a ring recovery last week. This ring was lost 3 years ago. A guy was cleaning off his car in the snow, and I think two or three other people tried finding the ring, and they came up short. A fella called me and asked if I was up for the challenge. I said most definitely. About 2 hours it took me to find that ring, and it was a small area. He said the ring flew off to the side of his vehicle, but I was like, "You sure it went off to the side of the vehicle, not behind it?" He's like, "I don't think so." I said, "You mind if I take a look anyway?" And he's like, "Sure." I ended up finding that ring. It was a size 14 ring. It was huge, white gold. It came up as a solid 15 on the Equinox. So he was very happy. His wife was jumping up and down. It was a really good experience to be in there. So if you guys ever did any ring recoveries out there, you know how that feels. Tonight's show is going to be full of like just joyous people. Just man, you're in for a treat. That's all I can say. So it's going to be an awesome show. But also one more thing I wanted to share. One of the guests from last week, we had Buckle Boy on the show. He also was very fortunate as well. He also had a nice ring return. Check this out. On the beach, a woman lost her ring. Not a bad looker either. But no, Buckle Boy, good job, man. That was awesome that you found that ring for that lady. I'm not sure what the size of the ring was or any of the details, but he sent me that, and I was like, "That's great. That's crazy." So definitely cool. Congratulations on that, Buckle Boy. So so yeah, people are flying in here. It's good. 19 in the room. I figured a lot of people are probably going to be out there digging still. I know I'm not the kind of guy to be on watching a show, especially in the weather like this. But hey, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You can always watch the replay, and I think this is going to be a great show. Obviously, you guys already know who I have. I have the Gigmaster popping in and Pink Power Alley. Both do the same thing. They are part of the Ring Finders. They're going to talk a little bit about their recovery stories and just the joys that they're bringing these people to find their lost valuables. It's not always rings. I mean, I'm sure there's phones involved, just anything, necklaces. I mean, there's a few different ways to look at it, but anything that somebody's lost and got back, I mean, they're surely grateful just to get their stuff back. So these two here are awesome people. Really looking forward to talking to them both. Um, but yeah, I'm flying solo tonight. Dustin had some plans. I mean, I'm capable of doing it myself. So hopefully, if anybody wants to bust his chops tonight, you'll have to hit him up separately. But all right, well, let's get into it. I think I have several pictures and videos to share as well tonight. So just hang in there. A lot of cool videos. This is new for me, so just hang in there. I think, like I said, it's going to be a good one. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on my first guest. I'm reading the chat, by the way. I'll say hi to some people here real quick as people are still trickling in. Andrew Collins, what's going on? Diggin, nice to see you here. My man Robert, awesome moderator. He's in here tonight posting up the links to the people. He's already putting it up there. I mean, here he goes. It's GIGMASTER's link. By the way, we're going to bring GIGMASTER in first. If you guys have not subscribed to GIGMASTER's channel or watched any of his videos, please do that before the show, during the show, whatever. Just make sure you check him out. The guy is awesome. He's not all about metal detecting. He's just all about living life, having fun. I mean, he was kind of telling me a little bit about, hey, Andy, he's like, you're into camping. Like, why don't you branch out a little bit with that? Not everything has to be all about metal detecting, I guess. So, I mean, some good food for thought there. I appreciate that from the GIGMASTER. But Team Lynch is in the house. What's going on? Kevin Myers, man, what's going on, buddy? Swing for the ring. There he is. Ace. Patty Disharoon. Olin. Borden. What's going on, buddy? We got Allie in the chat. She'll be up next after the Gigmaster. Tom Kingery. What's going on, buddy? Martin Smith. There you go. You got some subs, Gigmaster. People will be saying sub you. Awesome. All right. Well, I think we're going to get right into it. We got a good show. Like I said, we got a good bit of topics and a lot of videos to share. So we're going to hop into it. Without further ado, let's bring in the first guest, the Gigmaster. I don't know if he wants me to call him the Gigmaster. That's what I've always called him. I mean, I told my wife I was watching the Gigmaster's videos. So letting you know, I worked hard for this one, guys. This guy is awesome. I mean, he's always busy and he took his time out. So definitely give him some thumbs up and check out his channel, like I said before. So without further ado, I'll quit blabbing and bring in the Gigmaster. Here he is.
What's going on, Andy? How you doing, man?
What's going on, guy? How you doing?
Doing great. I really appreciate you having me on the show, man. Awesome show. Lost Boys Recovery. Appreciate it.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, awesome, man. I'm really excited. Like I said, I know we talked back and forth about getting you on the show. I know you're busy. It's a busy time of season. But yeah, it's you were one that was on my hit list for sure for a long time.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah, heck yeah.
We're going to talk about the ringfinders.com. But I tell you what, well, I'm going to start off something a little different, Andy. What we'll do, I'm going to show one quick video of 2 recoveries real quick, just to get people interested in what we're doing and how people react when we find their rings for them. Awesome. I'm going to talk about a second, but the one I'm going to talk about is 2021 Ring Returns Episode 1. And what I did, in this particular one, I put 2 returns together because I was doing some stuff for some reels. Some others we'll talk about will have individual. But in this particular one, they looked me up from the ring find. They typed in lost ring, Virginia Beach, and I came up. They called me. They lost a 1-carat diamond in water. And they asked me to come do it. That's on the first one. And the second one was a lost 1-carat diamond. The girl was not having a good day with her boyfriend and actually threw the ring out the window.
Oh, wow. Oh, geez.
So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and show that video. Just what I said there.
We'll cue it up right now. Here it goes.
All right, man.
Oh, here it is. She's spinning around.
Is that it? Yes. Is that it? How did you find that?
Thing real quick.
Oh my God! You found it. Thank you. I want to.
Does it look something like that? Is that it?
Oh my gosh.
There's a couple more there. I forgot those other 2 in there. The third one was a girl lost her college ring out swimming at night. Probably a little drinking involved. I'm not sure. But anyway, She lost her that. Then she told me where she lost it. So I actually went down there. Stinging needles everywhere. That was a bad recovery there, man. It was kind of like chest deep and stinging needles. That was bad. But anyway, I found her ring and I called her down there and told her, says, all right, we got to go ahead and you got to show me where you lost. You know, she was walking out. That's
right.
Here it is, you know. And but anyway, the other girl had lost hers, and same thing. She had told me where she lost it at the beach. Sometime to tell you, lifeguard stand so and so, 10 feet to the left, out. You know, to kind of give me an idea, and I try to go find it. Sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. But anyway, But anyway, I was going to start off with that. Let's talk about the ringfinders.com. It's a website, the ringfinders.com.
Yep.
And it was created by Chris Turner, and he's up in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. He's been returning rings his whole life. And he got to the point, he saw the joy that he gave to so many people return their rings, just like he saw all these people, it makes the world to him. Right. And he said, you know what, I'm going to create a international site where people can log in and find somebody. And there you go, you put it up screen. That's the ring. That's when you go to the website, that's what it looks like right there. He said, I'm going to create this site and where people all over the world can just log in and find it. So what he did, he did that. And then if you go to the second screen there, it's a map, the Ring Finders map. What it does, you click on there and you go, click the next button. You look in your area to who is a ring finder in that area. So what you do, bring up the one that says the Ring Finders map.
Yeah.
And picture showing what it is. It's and like I say, it's worldwide. So what you do is you click on it. It gives you a whole map, and it'll show you who in that area is a ring finder. And let's see if it comes. Yeah, there you go. And so as you can see, every one of those red dots is a ring finder. Sometimes you click on it, like Virginia Beach, you click on it, you'll have two people, just like you see two people right there on it, Tom Clyde and myself. And he's a friend of mine. He's helped me recover rings before. We've hunted together. We worked together. It's all good. But then once you click on the red dot, if you look at the ring finder's GIGMASTER, what you do is you click the red dot and you click my name right there. It'll come up and show my information. It'll give a phone number, how to contact me. And if you just go into Google and put Lost Ring Virginia Beach, you'll probably see me come up, and that's what people do. They got lost something, in the area, and then you come up and they call you, say, I just lost it, blah, blah, blah. Right. But yeah, if you see, I think I got one called the Ring Finder's GIGMASTER, a picture there. I don't know if it'll come up or not, but I
think so. Let me see what I got here once.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a lot of pictures to share. That's for sure.
Got a couple.
So, yeah. It's your bio screen, you mean, right? Like your
bio? Yeah, well, yeah, when you click it, it comes up. I sent you one that's called the Ring Finder's GIGMASTER, I think. I don't know if you got that. It might not have come through. I don't know. But anyway.
I have this one. Seeing that?
That's it. There you got it. And when you click that red dot, it shows on the map the person that's in that area. You click the name and come up and gives your phone number and how to contact them, everything. Yeah. Anyway, that's cool. That shows that.
Yeah, it looks like it's a pretty good put together website. I mean, I was checking it out. It's pretty neat. There's like a flip book. It shows all your recoveries. If you guys can check this out, the website, theringfinders.com, definitely check it out. It's pretty neat. Like there's a flip book of all his recoveries, and it shows pictures and the pictures of the ring, if I'm not mistaken, right? So
yep, pretty neat. If you just go to the site itself, you can actually buy a book of smiles, they call it. And you can go through it, and it will show you recoveries of people, what they recovered and pictures and all. And right. And then you go to a single person, and it'll be my recoveries, and show smiles and what we found and everything. And he just created another section on it. I haven't even gone to it myself, but we're not only ring finders. We find anything lost. Just matter of fact, the video that came out today on my YouTube channel, GIGMASTER on YouTube, was a key, and he found me on the ring finders. He typed in lost keys, and he found my number, called me up, and it's one of those expensive keys. Those keys are not cheap for some of those cars.
Yeah, those key fob keys are expensive to replace for sure.
So anyway, he called me and went out there, and he wasn't really sure where he lost. He had put everything down, and then did a run, came back, and then he flipped it over, put some sand on top to hide his stuff. Anyway, he forgot, got the car gone, then he couldn't remember, but the good thing about it was, because I looked for probably 30, 40 minutes, couldn't find it. And but then he had his phone. He went on a run, and he did his run on GPS. So we put it up, did an aerial, and showed where he started his run. So then we were able to go back and see where he started. And I found it about 10 minutes, and I got him. So that really helped. Another person one time had lost their cell phone. And you know how on iPhone you can actually find your phone that shows up? Yeah. It's buried not that deep, so I don't know how you got buried so far. But anyway, I was able to find it using that. I was still able to get out. Wow. So a lot of different methods we use to find once we get the call to go find something. But we don't only find rings, but anything, golf clubs, cell phones, necklaces, earrings. I mean, you name it. I've been out looking for it before. So
more calls about, this is a good question, I think, for me, is more calls about lost phones or lost rings? Because I feel like people lose their phones awful lot on the beach.
Not so more much. About probably jewelry than phones. I'm out. Hey, just the other day, I found three cell phones in one trip. Okay, yeah. So you're right. People cell phones. And my video out yesterday on the GIGMASTER. I do a lot of things, like you said. I'm into all kind of hobbies and doing things, but the last 2 days have been fine. The one yesterday was a cell phone. Since you're talking about, I'll tell you the story on that lost cell phone. It's interesting because I took a scoop, pulled up, and there's a cell phone in my bag in the water, around the edge of the water, and it was underwater. Pulled it up. Normally they don't make it, right? Mm-hmm. But I got it, cleaned it off, wiped it down, got my car plugged in, and it started charging. I said, "Oh my God, thing's been." I found out. For 30 days underwater. It's iPhone 11, I think it was.
That's crazy.
And it was charging. I couldn't believe it. But even though it charges, a lot of times, I've had cell phones, a lot of them charge up, but you can't find the people. I mean, the lock out. Verizon, can you tell me? Nope, we can't tell you that. all kind of methods trying to find. Apple can't tell you. Cellular people won't tell you. But in this particular case, I hit emergency, nothing on emergency contact, but it had a medical and pushed that and her name came up. And in today's society with all the Facebook and everything, you can put people down pretty good now.
Oh, definitely.
Type her name in, she came up, I contacted her. Her father contacted me before she did. He's still paying. We still owe $600 on the phone. No insurance. So he was a happy camper, and I returned it to her within 3 hours. She had her phone in her hand. So that was a good recovery right there, man.
I got a goofy question for you there, Gigmaster. Do you ever find any teeth on the beach? It sounds like a dumb question, but it's kind of anybody's weird teeth, like gold teeth or anything.
I found several sets of gold teeth on the beach. Yeah. It's they call them grills. You know, the grills when they put them on their teeth. Yeah, me all found those things. They come out, and they usually they're 10 karat or whatever. They're not 24 karat, not real high karat, but I think they're usually about 10 karat. But yes, we do find grills. You can't return them; they're hard to find. But if you find the right person, if it fits them, you know it's theirs, right? It'd be easy to ID if it was theirs or not, right? What do we have to say? But you find all kind of crazy stuff on the beach. I'm telling you.
Right.
Anything else you wonder about on that? Because we do find a lot of different things.
Right. So you're not just the beach guy. I mean, you do water hunting. Do you go into the beach like if somebody loses their ring, like let's say in the ocean, you want to go in there still and do that? I mean.
Yeah, we do. I dove for one time. That particular one, I did. He lost it out in the river in the middle, and it's probably 8-10 feet deep, you know. But it was real muddy on the bottom. You step, your feet sink that deep. So I don't know if he had gotten out there trying to mess around. He had pushed it down to the point I couldn't hear it or whatever. But I dove down there. I got a snoober rig on my boat. I don't dive. I just use a snoober rig, and I go down 20 feet, you know, whatever. Yeah. And I do a lot of recovery. I do a lot of hunting. Found a lot of Civil War cannonballs and bullets, but underwater, 10, 20 feet underwater. Right. A lot of stuff in the water because a lot of people don't hunt in the water, so you got a lot of opportunity water hunting. But
the viewers watching real quick, the snuba. Snuba's kind of like the blue Nemo that I use. A lot of people might not know what that term is. Snuba's kind of like it's like the blue Nemo. It's a hookah supplied system, pretty much. Right?
It's a hookah system. They call it a hookah
supplied air system on the top of the water. It's pretty slick. I mean, they're pretty neat for just doing what we do. 10, 20 feet. That's perfect.
Yep. Then that's all I'm gonna go. I feel safe. Here it's hard to buddy dive in the area I'm in because you can't see your hand in front of your face. You're on your own when you're down there. You got to have your act together because it's very dangerous. So you don't want to, down in the Caribbean or down there where you got somebody right beside you, run out of air. Hey, and he help you out, give you some air. You're good to go. Right down there, you ain't got nobody to look at and help you. So
definitely.
So I stay with the point, and it's happened before. I'll be down, and my snoober rig goes out, Yeah,
that'd be dangerous.
I'm to the point I can just push off the bottom and come to the top. I got a weight belt on, so I can crawl on the bottom, but I can pop that right off, come to the surface, I'm good, As long as you exhale coming up, you can still embolize coming up. But anyway, it's a lot safer there doing that and keeping your stuff together. So that rig, I'll be using it this summer a lot, I'm sure. Maybe looking for rings too with that this summer a little bit, but and I have found a lot of rings using the snuba and a lot of relics and colonial relics using the snuba. So the snuba's, I like my snuba rig.
There's a lot of relics to be desired in the water. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that don't want to get in the water. I feel like there's a lot of old bridge crossings, places that people now you have the waterproof metal detectors. I mean, they've been around for a while now. Everybody knows that, but I mean, they're definitely, the water is really where I want to go this year as well. I think there's a lot of stuff to be found.
Absolutely. It's, especially you got any kind of wharfs, anytime a lot of activity happen in that area of the water, of course, Civil War battles, wharfs, and so many, a lot of activity. Water was the road back in the colonial day. That's it. I mean, they were going back and forth, doing everything there. So the water is definitely, and all the colonial house sites mostly had docks there where they were receiving stuff from the water versus the roads a lot of times. So I mean, it's a lot of activity on the water that you can definitely find. So I enjoy. I like the water. But
I mean, one of my best personal finds, it's actually the main video on my Lost Boys Recovery YouTube page, is when you go on there, it's like the main video, and it says 121 coins found underwater. And that was 50. It was Kennedy half dollars. It was 121 of them we found.
Oh,
Somebody threw a jar over a bridge, I guess, and we found 121 Kennedy half dollars in one spot.
man, you did?
Yep. Yeah, it's on
Awesome.
my main video. If you go look at my main video, it's the main video. It's pretty slick.
I have to check that out, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
6 of them were silver, and the rest were just clad. But I mean, they're all from the 70s, pretty much.
Right.
Most of them, some were 60s. But
Somebody must have stole them and ditched them or something.
that's what we thought, because we found glass, and then we found a jar top. It said Beacon on it. I think it was an old jar, they threw it over the bridge.
That's super cool, man. Congratulations on that one.
Yeah, that was a cool water find. So yeah, like I said, the water is awesome. But so yeah, I don't know. What do you want to talk about next? I mean, I know the joy that you just bring to these people's faces. Like before I was kind of sifting through your videos that you were sending me, and I was like watching them, and it's hard not to just smile and like laugh at these people's reactions.
It is. I tell
you want to talk about that a little bit, or I mean,
we'll go over a couple more finds.
Yeah,
it does give you the best feeling to give something back to somebody think they lost forever, you know. So
Yeah.
let's do a couple. We'll start with Allen Iverson. Anyway, I say that name, y'all know, NBA star there.
Yeah.
He's actually from this area, and he when he made it big, he was giving out a lot of money, giving things out, and he gave one of his friends a $13,000 necklace, 4 carats of diamonds. I mean, the gold one was about that big around.
Okay.
And the guy was out in the water with this $13,000 necklace. I don't know. People shouldn't go in the water with $13,000 necklaces, okay? But anyway.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then he was doing flips. And it came off. He couldn't find it. And he typed in, he got me through the ring finders, you know. And so I went over there, and he showed me the general area. It took me maybe about 15 minutes to find it. But if any of y'all that watch my videos now, you know I like to hide the find and surprise.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, more fun doing that. Oh, here it is. You know, it's more fun to joke. So I was joking. Said, what do you think the chances of finding this thing is, man? You got to give me some good positive energy to find this thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, here it is right here. Let's check it out.
All right. It's spinning around.
All right. Give me some positive. Give me some
optimistic.
positive.
Yeah, we gonna
Rodney,
find it. We gonna find
give me
it.
some positive
Yes,
stuff
we
now.
gonna find it.
Give me some positive stuff. What do you think right now, positive, Rob? What do you think
I
right
seen that hanging when you did that. You was so quiet and sneaky with it. You got a great poker face. You got a great poker face, man. Yeah.
We got it, buddy. Look at that down inside there.
Yes, sir.
Grab that thing in and let's check it out.
Ah,
Let's put it where it's supposed to be at. Where's it supposed to be at,
around
man?
my neck.
Let's put it out there.
Where you find it? Where?
That was a honker of a chain, I must say. Jeez.
That was a heavy gold chain. He sent me the appraisal on it. I think it was $13,000 he had appraised, you know, but it was probably the biggest piece of gold I've ever found almost. And carats of diamond, 4 carats on just a thing. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, like I said, their face just says it all. After watching all these videos we're going to watch, I'll be just probably smiling left to right. It's just cool to see this kind of stuff.
Again. You know, I get such joy when I return it, and then I can go back and sit there and watch them again and just smile again, you know, watch your expression on it. You know, so it's pretty cool. All right, let's see. We'll go. Let's talk about Grandpa's ring.
Grandpa's ring.
This one, the person didn't. You got that one, right?
Yeah. I got them. I got them all, my friend.
Okay. All right. That's good. In this one, actually, this was a different case. He did not call me. What happened? He had lost it on the beach. He was right there. I was metal detecting. He was right there. And he already saw another friend of mine. He asked him if he could help find it. He was out in the water looking for it. And then that guy came down and got me and said, hey, this guy lost his ring. It's actually a ring from his deceased his grandfather had died, and they're really close.
Yeah.
He actually named his kid after his grandfather. But anyway, he really treasured this ring from his deceased grandfather like it was, you know, like anything. It was the best thing in the world to him, you know. And unfortunately, he had thrown a ball out in the water and it flew off, but he lost it way out in the water. And it's like chest deep with 2 or 3 foot waves that are coming over my head.
That's crazy.
And, actually,
you found that thing.
knocked my headphones off, lost my hat. It went, I don't know where it went, but it was tough. It was a tough recovery out in the waves, but I got it and I hit it, you know, like I like to do. And I came in, I started talking to him. He didn't know I had it at the time that I had found it. So I come in there. Yeah, I got, just so you know, I got the full videos on my YouTube channel. If you ever want to see any of them, if you go to my YouTube, I do a lot of things. So if you just want to see that, I got a playlist called Return to Owner, and it's nothing but returns if that's all you want to see on my channel. So just hit that playlist. But anyway,
yeah,
I came in, I was asking, what does it mean to him? And I said, man, it means the word. He's about to cry, you know. But anyway, let's show that one right there.
Yeah, definitely GIGMASTER's sneaky on his returns. You'll start seeing that notion that he has here in the videos. But let's check out the one he's talking about here. Spinning, she's spinning.
How much does it mean to you?
The world, honestly. No, you didn't. Stop playing with me.
How much does it mean to you, man?
No, stop playing. It's not mine. It's not
Talk to
mine.
me. Are you ready?
Please show me.
God, no fucking.
No way. No way. Oh my God. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much.
That's awesome.
Come right back to me, man.
It's like, bam, that's got to be the killer feeling there for sure. Was that your toughest ring recovery, you think, or was it your hardest? I know you said it was hard to find that one.
That was that was one of the top ones, I'm sure, with the waves and how it was and everything. Yeah.
Gotcha.
As far as that goes, it was for sure. As far as the roughness of trying to get to that ring, you know, was.
Yeah,
But,
that's
yeah, I love just watching them again, just see that those people's feelings, you know, that what it meant to those people, you know.
oh yeah, heck, definitely.
All right, let's talk about another one. You ready
Sure.
to talk about another one?
Oh yeah, man, just keep rolling. I mean, the smiles they're just gonna keep on rolling in. So so yeah, no, by all means.
All right, on this one, this guy, they had called me before and told me where they lost it at. So I went down to the beach and found it. They hadn't showed up yet. So they come down, we start talking about his lost ring and everything. Say, you know, where'd you lose it at? You know, over here, blah, 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 this area. You know, I always kind of lead them on a little bit when I'm doing it to kind of get them thinking. In this particular case, I had it in my pocket, and I went in my pocket and put it on my finger. And so I said, all right, let's go look for it. You all ready to go look for it? And let's go look for it. I had it right on my finger right here. It took him a minute till he finally sees it. He goes,
Yeah, you did.
check it out right there. You can't get another one. It's a one-of-a-kind ring.
One-of-a-kind ring.
Are you ready to go start looking for it?
Heck yeah, let's go.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir. We're ready.
That's fine.
Are you ready?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You found it?
Are you ready to start looking for it?
Oh
Awesome.
Right back to me, man.
You're quite the trickster with the returns, I'll tell you. That's funny. I like I said, I saw that in a lot of them, but it's a cool way to give it back to them. I mean, because like I said, it's like they lost hope forever to get that back. And
yes,
it's
a lot of times when they lose something, they've already wrote it off in their mind. You know, so it's gone. I'll never see that ring again. And
right.
a lot of these people tell me they cried all night long about losing the ring, you know, and they're so depressed. And of course, I'm going back and forth with the husband and wife, losing expensive rings and all. So it's not a good situation a lot of times until you find it, and it just completely changes the whole attitude of people, you know, when you do it. I had one that was, let's see if I can find that.
Getting a lot of good feedback in the chat, GIGMASTER. A lot of thumbs up and a lot of, man, that was an awesome reaction. A lot of people really liking the return so far. So
I love it, man. Every time I sit there and look at it again, those feelings, like that one, the guy with his grandfather's ring, that really got to me when I did that one. It still gets to me when I see it again because man, I could just tell it meant so much to him, man. Before in my original video, you can see he tells about naming his daughter after his grandfather, how much close they were and all, you know. So it's a lot more to it in the videos. They're usually just little pieces of the end piece here. But The most expensive diamond is the one I'm going to talk about next here. This was the same thing. This one, they did contact me from the ringfinders.com. They typed in lost ring, Virginia Beach. And this is a $21,000 diamond this lady had lost.
That's nuts. $21,000.
And they just knew it was lost forever. I mean, she had already written it off. It's gone. It's lost. And most people do. You know, they say, there ain't no way you can find this ring. But anyway, they called me saying, same thing I did. You know, they had come down. I looked a little bit. They kind of walked off, you know. Then I kept looking. I found it. You know me, I hide it.
Yeah.
They came back down, started, you know, we started communicating together again. But anyway, let's check it out right here.
Right on.
How long have you had it?
I want to make sure it's my ring, but okay, this is worth even doing this, guys. So I've been married for 13 years.
13 years, congratulations.
This is a beautiful, beautiful ring that my husband got for me, and yesterday was the saddest day by thinking that the ring was lost forever. So I would be thrilled if you guys actually found it. It would be the best day of my life.
It would be the best day of your life?
It would be the best day of my life.
See what she said.
Wait a minute, is that it right there?
Oh my God! How did you find it?
I will hug you.
All right.
Thank you.
How did you find
Oh
it?
my God! They found
Heck yeah.
Comes right back. See, it was the saddest day of her life. And it is. A lot of these people, that is like, it means so much to them. Here it is, a sentimental thing that her husband give them, spend all that money. And then it's like, they can't even sleep that night. You know, it's like, oh my God. And when you can actually return something like that to somebody, oh my God, it's the best.
I bet people that like, they think of detectorists as just kind of like nerdy, just people that are just finding crap. But then when you find something like that of theirs, they're like, wow, these guys can really find some good stuff. You know?
Yeah.
We find more than pool tabs and bottle caps out there, people. So yeah, it's definitely exciting.
We'll break away from that just for a second. I'll show you that ring I found a couple weeks ago. I think I got to call it St. Martin diamond. I was down on a vacation. Sometimes you don't always find the owners. I mean, I like to, but sometimes you don't always find them. I found 237 rings last year, so I didn't find owners to all of them. But this particular one is one that I was on vacation here recently. That's
just a picture, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a picture, yeah.
Okay, because I have them in a different area here. I got them all here. I just got to find them.
You, brother. You're doing a great job. Good job, man. I like it. You're doing good, man.
Yeah, I'm flying solo, so it's difficult, but I think we're good. So yeah, let's pull that up. I saw that was a pretty big ring here. It's right here at the bottom.
It's 2 carats of diamonds, one carat diamond in the center, and then a carat on the sides. So it was a pretty nice ring, and there it is. That I saw that in that basket. I said, "Oh my God!" And now, even on something like that, if I could find a name in it or something, I've returned a lot of rings before. You know, even when you don't know. We'll talk about a couple of those right now. Actually, one was I found it, and it was I think it was a graduation ring, but it had a name in it. Off the top of my head, I can't remember exactly how I found it. But anyway, I found her. Right. I did a video returning 3 rings. I think it was Nashville, New Jersey, and Colorado in one video. None of those even knew I even had the rings. I found them. And one of them was a championship ring. I forget what it was, but it owned with so many of them, I was able to Google it, find it, and it had nickels in it and find out who it was, you know. I found that one. But anyway, in the video you're going to show, and don't show it yet, but it's, let's see, ring return to Nashville. But anyway, in that particular case, I was down at Virginia Beach on this one, and metal detected, and I found the ring, and like I said, I had a name in it. I ended up finding her, Googling it, searching it, found her, and she was in Nashville. So I communicated with her, and I sent it back to her in Nashville. I couldn't do a live, return to her like I like to do.
Right.
She was so appreciative. She sent me a video. Now she actually had lost it I think it was 16 years ago.
Wow.
She was at a concert when she was a kid, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. But she had lost it 16 years ago at a concert. And then I go find it, and I called her and returned it to her. But anyway, she sends this video back to me. She was very appreciative to it, but that's a pretty good little video.
Big thanks to Stephen for getting my class ring back to me after 15 years. I lost this ring in 2005, 2006 maybe, at a concert in Virginia Beach. And here it is, just mailed back to me in Knoxville, Tennessee. Thanks so much, Stephen.
Awesome.
She was appreciative of getting it back, even though she had wrote it off for sure, that long loss of it,
Thank you.
I did have one return. Somebody had found a ring, and you got to be careful. Of course, you walk in on the beach, you find a ring. Oh, that's mine. I just lost it. You get a lot. You got to be careful. I mean, you find a wedding band, and if you put online, I found a wedding band at Virginia Beach. I've lost one there. Okay, you'd have 10,000 calls. You got to really have some way to identify it. You got to have a name or something in it. And I don't have any problem returning one. It's theirs. But in this case, it was an interesting one because TikTok, a girl posted on TikTok, I lost my ring, Virginia Beach, and somebody commented on it, say, check the GIGMASTER out. He finds a lot of me, and sure enough, and she had a picture of it on her finger and a couple of things identified, but I actually returned it to somebody, one that was like that scenario too, so you never know how you're gonna get a ring back to people sometime.
Oh yeah.
But if we can, there's some detectives might not be like that, but if we can, most of the ones I hunt with, if you can get it back to the person, they'll give it back to them, get it back. So
right.
And that's the only way. Karma will come at you if you don't do that, do the right thing.
So real quick, GIGMASTER, like when I know you find rings for people, but how many rings would you say you found in your history of detecting? I mean, is there a number that?
I haven't. I just counted last year. I found more on previous year. Last year I found 237.
Wow.
This year I've got 61 so far this year.
Okay.
I got 15 gold this year so far, 15 silver, 13 other metals, and 7 usable ones. But yeah, I find a lot of rings.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, is your main forte beach hunting? I mean, is that what you really love to do the most, or?
Summertime I do concentrate on the beach a lot. Just one reason is because of what you see on my videos. I do like to find rings for people, and anytime anybody calls me, I've only had 3 returns this year so far. One was a guy was out, and when it snowed here a couple months ago, he threw a ball to his dog. It came off, went in the snow. And he said, well, I'll just wait till the snow melts. Now just walk out and be laying there. That's what he thought, right? Yeah. So he goes out, that snow melt, he couldn't find it. So then he said, well, I'll rent a metal detector and find it. So he rented a metal detector and went out and tried to find it, couldn't find it. So then he typed in lost ring, and I came up. He called me up, and I found it. He was gone at the time, and he had to run his daughter up to school, and he just left me in the yard, and I found it while he was gone. But I'll tell you what, you would think when you drop a ring on the ground, it's just going to be on top right there. It was not. You could not see it. And I got a hit, and I got my pinpoint out looking, but it was actually underneath some stuff where you couldn't even see it. So apparently he might have walked on it, kicked it, pushed it under, whatever. So it's not always on top of the ground when you think you just lost it there. But anyway, went and found that one for him. And then I had the key return that we talked about. And in the cell phone return we talked about. So that's only 3 I've had this year. 2 of them were calls, from the ring finder. One of them was just the cell phone I found and got back to the girl. Right. But so we return them a lot of different things, a lot of different ways. But we'll talk about. Let's see, we did that one. Let's talk about. We did that one. We did that one. We'll do. I got one more here. I think that we got video on. If you want to go ahead and do that one. Deceased mother's ring. This girl had got her mother's ring. Her mother had died, and she had lost it at the beach in the water down there. And same scenario, I go find it and then surprise her with it. Big shock, right?
We got that vibe from you for sure.
My MO. If they look at my videos after they call me, look at any of my videos, they know what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Anyway, let's check that one out right there. Gone
5 years.
5 years.
5 years, right around this time of the year.
Would you like to have it back?
I would love to have it back. Is that it?
What do you think?
Can I hug you?
They're happy.
Yeah, she's
I
definitely.
get a couple hugs once in a while too, as you see.
Yeah.
They're happy when you find them for. I tell
Free
you,
hugs. That's right.
the especially the sentimental ones like the mother's ring and the grandfather's ring. That really, I really like finding those. When it's got some sentimental value to it. You can't replace that.
Yeah.
There's no
Definitely.
replacing that. It's gone. I found grandmother's ring for a girl one time. I think she'd give her a necklace or something. I found that for her. But yeah, sometimes we'd find all like I did a bracelet for a girl one time. She was reaching over her dock and dropped it in the water. And she actually called another metal detectorist. He went out and looked for several hours, couldn't find it. And I went out there and brought my weight belt because it was about chest deep water. So I went down there, I got a hit. I put my weight belt on so I could crawl on the bottom, because you find something much easier than trying to dive down, trying to come back up hard if you buoy it. You can't take 2 seconds. But anyway, I took my pinpoint. I was able to just crawl, so I found it in 5 minutes, man, on no time, because I knew right when I lost it. But I surprised her with hers. I went to her work. She about to throw me out of work when I took that one, not knowing what it was. But she was happy when she got it there. Let's see what else we got here. I think that's
Hey, Audrey, thanks for stopping in.
Huh?
I was just saying hi to somebody real quick when you were looking for your video. Just saying hi to somebody, that's all.
But yeah, I think that's and I think you got one on picture of 2021 smiles. We'll throw that up. This is every year I create this past year is the first year I create a spreadsheet, a picture of all the people I've recovered stuff for, and I create a little collage. And this is just 2021. I don't know how good it'll come up because some of them are kind of small, but I'm not sure. But and it's some of the ones you saw, rings and weddings, and there's a golf club and and just all kind of cell phones, just all kind of stuff. I did return one what do you call it thing, a medical monitor thing that shoots the stuff in your arm there. Found one of them and got it back to the owner too. Awesome. But it was a I forget insulin type pump or something, I think. But anyway, it had a name on it, and I was able to type the code in, and I guess they assigned them the people, and they were able to. They wouldn't tell me who it belonged to, but they said we'll give them your name, and they can call you because medical stuff can't release any of that. So they actually gave my information to the person, and the person called me. And I was able to return that to that person, So yeah, we find all kind of crazy stuff on the beach sometime, man.
Okay. That's great.
But I don't know, anybody got any questions? I talk about anything, or I think that covers most of the stuff I had for.
Yeah, let me see if we had any other. Let me see if I have any other videos that we didn't talk about real quick.
I think we got them all.
We got them all, Grandpa.
Yeah.
I think we got them all.
Yep, I think we got them all. Good job on putting the videos up. That was really nice and exciting how you put them up there.
I'm learning. So
great job, man. Good job. I like to add a little bit to the show. I think when you can add some little excitement to it like that.
Yeah, 100% believe that. Yeah, oh yeah.
And every time I can go back and watch them all over and over because I get that feeling. And everybody else, when they see that, can see that feeling. Those people, what it brought to them. So. And it does me because I was there. So, but even people just seeing it can understand. And all of us have lost something in our life, And oh man, I can't find that. Where you know the feel. All of us know the feeling. Oh yeah. Getting something returned or finding something, even finding yourself. Oh, there it is. You lost. So it's a great feeling. So, and this guy Chris Turner is a great guy that did it, and that's how he feels. It's his life now, and that's he knows that feeling because I think he said he's returned, I think 433 rings as of the printing on the thing. He's probably returned more than that now, but he's had this the ring finder site going out for 13 years, I think, and but he's been doing it. He's saying the ring finder recorded over 9,389 successful recoveries. You know, so tons of recoveries. And he's got some other stories in there too, because he's been called like to estates where they can't find hidden money, and he's gone and found hidden money, gold coins and silver coins. If you look at the ringfinders.com, he's got some links in there to some of the stuff that they have actually insurance companies wanting to find stuff like buried in the yard and stuff, and they found it. So there's other things that the ring finders, and he's expanding out. Like I said, he just started a new section on the site for other things other than rings. I think he's kind of separating the rings to other stuff where you can show. And I need to input a couple of things on that now so it shows up when it comes up.
Right. GIGMASTer, let's do a power hour of questions. We got some questions rolling in. I want to ask you a few of them. Just
okay.
I'll shoot some questions people want to know about you. The detector you currently use most of the time. I think I know that answer, but let us know.
Do what? Say it again now.
The detector that you use on the beach, or just in general.
Well, I've had a lot of them. In fact, I've just switched over to the DS2.
Yep.
And I'm learning it. And I know y'all, any of y'all that are familiar with it, it is not. Well, you can cut machine on and run with the standard programs, but personally, there's a lot of things I like to do on that particular machine. My hearing's not good, as you know, because I have a hard time hearing. So it's got where you can jump the sound up on it on one of the settings on it, and which helps me. It's got another section where you actually adjust the frequencies on it on each level. I haven't done that. I played with it, but I hadn't got that figured out. But it's getting to the point that there's a lot of other functions in that machine that you can set up, and I think in the end it's gonna be a great machine once I learn how to operate it good. I'm not there yet, but I've got it to the point. I've made multiple adjustments to some of the settings to the point that I'm starting to like it. A lot of different sounds you can set up on it. So anyway, yeah, I'm going with the DS2 for now. I got 3 Noxes right now that work, and I like the Nox. Equinox is a good machine. And the only issue I've had with it, I've had multiple ones flood on me. You know, I've had probably 5 times flood.
I had 2 of them take a dump. Well, actually 1. I'm sorry, one only. Sorry.
You had 1 flood on you?
Yeah. Well, I go underwater a lot too, and I had 1 implode with water inside. So.
Yep. And that's an issue with it. And I've shown on some of my videos showing where the back where you charge it, it had cracks all in. I'm thinking that's where it gets in. I'm not sure if they even know, but I had a little view on my videos showing that connection where I think it's coming in at, but that scares me. You know, I keep 2 machines with me all the time for that reason, because anything can happen to any machine at any time. None of them are perfect, as anybody at Meltex knows. Any of them can break. You can step on it and crack the shaft in half, which I've done. You can do self-inflicted damage too. So I always have to back up. And so in this particular case, I'm gonna have to get a second DS, I'm sure. But anyway, I think. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I didn't know if you were done talking about that yet, but somebody asked about how long you've been detecting.
About 9 years. I hadn't been doing it that long, but
back to about 9 years.
That one of the reasons that I got, as I'm liking the DS, I've had it underwater a couple of times. It hasn't leaked on me, but if it wasn't for the leaking issue, if you know that Nox good and you know the sounds and the tones and what to look for on, they're close, you know, until you get some other just standard programs. I say they're about even until you can try to probably adjust it. But anyway, the leaking issue is what my scenario is. If I can get it underwater, and that was good for 60 feet. I think the Nox is good for 10 feet. So it may be sealed a little better for the extra depth too. So anyway, that's why I'm sticking with the DS right now. So you never know. All right. I'm full screen now, man. You there? I don't know if I lost you. Did I lose you? I think I'm still here. I'm not sure if Andy got lost here or not, but I guess we'll wait for him to come back in the show here. I'm not sure what's going on. Hey, Andy, LRC in the house. I think he's probably coming. Okay. I was hanging out for you, man. We were all thousands of them were hanging out for you, Andy.
I clicked on something I shouldn't have, trying to say hi to Gene.
I do it all the time, man.
That was my first mess up on the show, so I mean I'm not perfect, but
it's all good, man. It's all good. Hey, we all do it, man.
That's great.
Years or something, man, I tell you. Mine went out the other night, didn't start working the next morning. So who knows? Half the time you don't know what's going on with them. But anyway, how long? Yeah, I retired about 11 years ago, so I messed with a couple things at first, but I really started getting into about 9 years ago. I think something like that. I actually started out with aqua chigger. I'm sure a lot of y'all know aqua chigger.
Yeah.
And I got some videos hunting with aqua chigger on my YouTube channel. I got a separate playlist, aqua chigger and GIGMASTER. So just showing up. Yeah, it was cool. He's a good guy. I like him. He knows his stuff too, buddy. He uses an AT Pro. I think, Garrett. I tell you, on detectors, if you know your machine, you got to know your machine. If you know a machine, I wouldn't go up against him with the dance. I can tell you that because he knows that machine inside and out. So a lot of times it's knowing the little, whether it's cracking here, cracking there, little sounds here, sound. I mean, he knows it like the back of his hand. So it's all about learning a machine. Getting back to that, it's all about learning your machine, what your machine you got, and knowing when to dig and when not to dig sometimes.
Heck yeah. Any questions? Anybody else? I'm just trying to look through the chat goes kind of fast, so it's hard to see everybody. Adam Bear's in the house. What's going on, buddy? Nice to see you in here.
Yeah, beach hunting. I like the beach hunting. This time of year, especially start getting warm, people will be dropping stuff left, and we call them depositors. The beach people. They'll be depositing a lot of stuff here for too long, and hopefully we're returning. I mean, I'm all about returning for sure, but I get excited when I find one I can't return to, so it works both ways. Well, we'll return it first if we can. But yeah, beach hunting's getting ready to take off pretty good. It's starting to get warm, almost to the point I can get in the water without anything almost. Now, if I'm not going too deep, waist high, I can probably get in the water now without a wetsuit too much. But anything below the waterline, I'm getting the wetsuit on. I get cold fast.
Heck yeah.
But I got to get my snooper rig set up. I have not got my hookah system set up yet. I got to drag it out, and I flush everything out, put 5 micron filters on it where it goes, comes through it, and make sure everything nice and clean coming in. So I got that set up there for too long. And get ready for the summer season. I'm ready. I know you were out today, right, Andy? You got out today a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah, a little bit. I got sunburned, like I said, so just a little bit.
Did you have any luck today?
I got 2 coppers today, yes. Yep.
Nice, man.
Yep.
Good job.
1700s and 1800s, yep.
Awesome. That's not a bad day at all.
Yeah, not a bad day at all. So, yeah, looking to get out more. I mean, the weather's been just up and down and all around, so I'm hoping to get out a little bit more. I got some good stuff lined up, everybody, so stay tuned. Deal. So, yeah. Heck yeah. So, any other questions here real quick before we send off the GIGMASTER here? I want to see if there's any other any good questions. Let's get some good ones here. And here, I'll pop up yeah, everybody's putting up your channel. I'm hoping everybody's going to check it out after the show. GIGMASTER's channel. Like you said, he has other videos.
Just to talk about just a second, there's this mallard duck that comes every year. It's been coming for 5 years to my back porch. 4 years to the back porch. It's been coming 5, but the last 4 years, she has laid eggs on my back porch, 3 feet out my door. She lets me pet her and hold, put my hands on her. She's got to the point she knows me so well now. But she just hatched the other day, and that's on my channel. I took them down to the river, I don't know if anybody's heard of fire ant art. I do that a little bit too. I built a kiln to melt aluminum in, and the melt aluminum is over 1,300 degrees, so it's hot and it's dangerous. So don't do it. But anyway, I poured liquid aluminum in these fire ant hills that goes down through them and creates these awesome sculptures. Looks like a Christmas tree kind of like structure, like coral structure. They're really cool looking. I do glass art. I don't know if anybody's seen my glass art where I melt bottles and I take 3 Corona bottles and melt them together like it makes like a serving Corona bottles. It's pretty cool looking. But yeah, I got a lot of different. Anything that's fun, I just like to get out and enjoy life and whatever comes up. Now I'm gonna try that. Let's try that now. It's kind of people hang out with because of some of the variety I do. I think than just metal detecting and beach hunting and all the other stuff I get involved in. It's all fun, all fun stuff.
Yeah, I mean, your advice at the beginning of the show, like I said, you were talking about like how I enjoy camping, and maybe I should do a little bit of that as well. Good advice, that
absolutely.
you gave me there.
I mean, likable guy. I mean, people like to talk, see you talk. it doesn't matter what we're doing. We just as long as you enjoy life and having a good time and taking people along with you, they'll enjoy it too. You know, that's the way I look at it. And if you know, hopefully people do that with me. You know, they come along with all my different adventures and journeys and things I do. I've been doing some stuff on cruises. I've been on over 20 cruises now. So getting ready to go on in a few weeks, I'll be doing some streaming on that probably, you know, some videos on that. But it's a lot of fun. You know, they kind of hopefully live vicariously through us and come along with us. And knowing you got people behind you coming with you, it makes it more fun too when you know you got people that are enjoying something with you. So, I mean, that's a lot. And the same thing when you go camping, you know, I know you got to do some sneaky, tricky stuff on that thing to be able to camp in it and special things you do to it. And a lot of other people might enjoy what you do to it to fix it the way you do it. Just my boat, you know, I did some stuff on my boat and I had to repair one thing, my steering, and I've got so many positive comments. Man, you saved me hundreds of dollars. Show me how to fix that steering on that boat. I can't believe it, man. It was easy, you know. Even something, if you have to fix something, want to be able to camp, you know, or something that works better than something else, you know, and you know that, and you're helping people, you know, when you do that, you know, man, I've been trying to figure out how to do that forever. I can't believe you did that. You know, now I know what to do. You know, you help people and they enjoy it, and you know, it gives you a good feeling to help the people, you know, do that too. So yeah, spread out, man. People will follow you and hang out and just enjoy life with you.
Yeah, I can tell your channel, you're all about just going out and having fun, I mean, regardless of what it is. I mean, you're just a happy guy, and that's awesome because that's the kind of people I tend to try to flock around. Is good people like that. So yeah, definitely.
Yep, you got keep those people next to you too. You know what I mean? Keep the good ones and the positive thinkers with you all the time. You know, I got a lot of great guys that go along with me detecting. Y'all see me on all my adventures. You know, I got a great group of guys that go with me, man. Awesome people, man. They really support me and help me and do all my crazy stuff. They stick in there with me. I'm doing all this crazy stuff. They hang right in there with me.
Hey, one more question before we send you out of here. A lot of people were asking this question in particular. What's your all-time favorite top find to you? What is your favorite find? Do you have a favorite find?
That'd be my wife.
Oh, brownie points. Brownie points.
Is that good one, honey?
Yeah.
She lets me go out all the time. I can't say anything else, man.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know what actually be. I tell you, you know, it probably one of my returns, like $21,000 diamond, maybe return. You know, I get more joy out of, you know, returning that than having $21,000 in my pocket. I get more joy out of seeing that look on that person's face return. So it'd probably one of those returns would be something that sticks in my mind more than anything. Right. I mean, I found so much other stuff. It's crazy stuff, you know, as far as relics go, you know. One of my friends, I found one of the USA intertwined from the Revolutionary War is actually a officer's button. There's very few of them have been found. My buddy was saying, John Boy, if y'all seen one, we always joke about this all the time. He says, man, I found one that's only 6 known to exist. You're not gonna believe this. This button is unbelievable. And I put on, I say, you mean like this one right here? Yeah. he just shook his head. But yeah, I found some really cool stuff. One coin I found was only like 12 known to exist. But you know, and that's cool. I like that. I love finding stuff, but I think it gets to you more, you know, seeing something get back to somebody or seeing someone else have some good time or doing something more than that. Just one great thing you find. You know,
oh yeah.
I like the ring finders. That's what we're talking about. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, like I said, if you have not checked out before we send GIGMASTER away, please check out his channel, check out my channel, and check out the ring finders as well. It's really neat. It's a cool website. He did a really good job putting it together and how it's set up. So I definitely thought it was pretty neat. So,
Andy, I really appreciate you having me on, buddy. I enjoyed it,
man. I'm glad we finally hooked up.
Excellent, man. We'll do it again.
Yeah, and like I said, I definitely appreciate all your positive vibes, all the awesome smiles that you brought to the channel, and just, I mean, all the awesome videos you were able to share with me. Your show here with me is the first time I was able to share videos, so it was kind of
you did a great job on it. That's an awesome job. I mean,
yeah, thanks.
Good job on that, man. I appreciate you doing that for me too, setting it all up like that.
Yeah,
all right, man.
Cool.
Thanks, man. Thanks for
having me. You have a good night, brother. Thanks again.
See you, everybody. Take care.
Bam. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to the GIGMASTER. We have another guest, so stay tuned here. I think we're going to do a giveaway, though, quick. So since I booted myself out of the chat there, I have to do a little bit of fixing up here. So I'm just going to kind of get some things rolling here again and put some more pictures up. Like I said, we do have another guest here, but I want to do a giveaway. Sounds like Vidi wants to give something away too. I don't know. We'll have to comment here in the chat. He was talking about giving away possible sand scoop or something I was seeing. I don't know. Vidi, if that's the case, hit me up. But here, real quick, if you did not comment the ring, hashtag ring. Hashtag ring, everybody type that in the chat. We're going to do a giveaway here real quick. We're kind of at the hour mark here, so we want to do that quick for everybody. Let's see where we're at with the sharing of that. So people need to type it in more, the ring. I'll give you a few more around a minute or so. Hashtag ring. I'll put it up here on the thing. Real quick, I'm going to do several giveaways. If Vidi's going to give away something, he's going to have to let me know. I'll probably give away his. Yeah, somebody said he's going to give away a knock, so I doubt that. Since the show is about rings and finding rings and whatnot, I try to keep the giveaways kind of related to the show. So in other words, I got a ring box. I don't know if somebody out there found a lot of rings, and it's probably going to be a glare. This is like a shadow box that has slits in it. And I had the same box. It's pretty nice. You'll put your rings in it. It displays all your rings that you found. It holds a crap ton of rings. That I'm going to throw into somebody, whoever wins. I'll ship it out to you. I'll put the address or the email address up there at the top. But yeah, real quick, I'm gonna draw it. So if you didn't type hashtag ring, I see somebody's still doing it. But we're gonna draw here real quick. So, and we're gonna move on to our second guest, which I can see she's in the background back there. So, all right, here we go, guys. Giveaway time. We got 20 entries. We're going to go for it. Here we go. Hey, 513 digs. Awesome. Congratulations, Trevor, man. Good job. He's on a roll with the winnings. That's good. He's an awesome supporter too, by the way, guys, man. I don't think he misses a show ever. So Trevor, I'll get that out to you. I'll just hit you up, Trevor. You don't even need to, I don't need to put my email address up there because we talk all the time. So like I said, an awesome supporter there. 513. Heck yeah. Thanks for being here, man. So let me catch up real quick in the chat here. Better Call Jeff, we got in the house. Detect Dig Smile. Olin's still in here. Thanks for hanging out the whole time. David Alfonzetti, I think I said your name right, hopefully. We got my main man, mainly dirt fishing, Robert. Great moderator today, man. He's always been on top of things, sending the links out. Awesome job, man. You're killing it today. Mike Ferry, nice to see you. Martin Smith. Phil Bortner. If I said your name already, I apologize. Sherry Lynn, what's going on? Heck yeah. We got Joel, Peter. Heck yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, I think we're going to move on here and bring on my second guest. I'm going to have to pull some pictures up here on the fly. So things might get a little difficult, but I think we'll make do. When I kicked myself out, I kind of eliminated all my stuff, which kind of was sucky, but I think we'll figure it out. So, all right. So let's bring in, without further ado, second guest. It's going to be Allie, Pink Power Allie. Her nickname is. Maybe she can tell us how she got her name. I'm pretty sure she's going to. Let's bring her in on the chat. Everybody invite Pink Power Allie to the show.
Hey
Hello.
guys. Hey Andy, how are you? Nice farmer tan.
Man, telling me, boy, I got the freaking redneck for sure. Beautiful
here in Ontario, but I stayed indoors, had a lot of work to do. So
awesome. Well, thanks for coming on to the show. We greatly appreciate it. Your aspects are a little bit different. I mean, I know you do land hunting as well, but your real power, like your power forte, is what I foresee is as you do a lot of underwater stuff, which is really neat. It's something I'd really like to get into more myself. But yeah, So I guess let's just start out by how long have you been detecting? I mean, maybe give us a little bit of your background on that.
I've been detecting, I think I'm going into my 11th year and 6th year in a row as a registered ring finder, scuba dive detectorist. Um, I guess how I got into metal detecting is I went to Kelly Shire's Breast Cancer Foundation golf tournament,
Mhm.
and they had a mine lab. It's a beginner, not the E-Track. It was just like a 305. I can't remember the name of it. And I won the bid on it. And Jack Summers of Radio World put on a massive hunt down at Toronto's Cherry Beach, right on Lake Ontario.
Okay.
And it was seeded, and I just was hooked. And shortly thereafter, and I met Steve Zazulik for the first time. It was radio or metal detecting, World Metal Detecting Day. Took my kids. They weren't really interested in it, and but just hooked.
Yeah.
Purchased Mind Lab E-Track from Steve Zazulik within 3 months, and the next year had a brand new Mind Lab Excalibur 2 underwater.
That's
Couple
one machine
years.
I'd like to try yet.
Yeah. Oh, I've
Yeah.
got my second one is going up for sale shortly because I
Okay.
just picked up a Legend.
Oh, there you go.
So it's going to be a learning curve. I've got 2 Noxes and 2 Excalibur 2s. One is my first one's kitted out with the Anderson dive shaft on it. What a difference for in water, because a lot of the times the visibility is very poor in Ontario. So
Thank you.
yeah.
I'm listening to you. I'm trying to pull up all your pictures, Allie. Once I got the boot there, I had everything all nicely displayed, and now it's just like, I had to redo it all. So I'm
Okay.
listening to you, and yeah. So sorry. I know my eyes are all over the place because it's like you're trying to manipulate
I'm
the whole.
glad I only sent you 3 videos. I
Yeah.
have lots more, but the
Yeah.
GIGMASTER, he's amazing. I
Yeah.
love his videos, and yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he did a good job. I realized I was working hard to get him on. He just seems like he was really busy, and but I was glad to have a male and female on the show. I mean, women and males, they're both awesome detectorists. I don't, you know what I mean?
yeah.
I know a lot of awesome women metal detectorists and guys, so it's not, I don't segregate or discriminate against anybody.
Yeah.
So
I'm honored, and it's nice to see a lot more women coming on board with metal detecting too.
heck yeah. So would you say, I mean, is your main thing when it comes to ring finders, are you like the main, like, do people look at you as like the main person for like water? I mean, is that what you really feel like you specialize in? Is that what
I
you really like to do the
definitely
most?
feel like I specialize in water hunting. I'm a hard gritter on land, but I've one of my ring finding customers who was a pool manufacturer asked how I go about searching underwater, and I said, "Well, I'm trying to create something, custom pole that will go around without bogging down." And
Right.
he said, "Well, let me come up with something." So he took a pool skimmer with the attachment. It goes up and down, and
Huh.
he put a 3-way tie down, and and a collar made of PVC conduit. And he put a little attachment. I can put a D-ring on, and my pink line, and I do circular gridding underwater, and I go out, so I can cover off 100 feet wide, as long as it doesn't snag. Hopefully my dive buddy, a lot of times I can't go because I can't find a dive buddy, or even just someone to be above me is the only way I'll go in the water. So um, yeah,
Yeah, I'm just pulling up a few pictures as you're talking just to show people, some of the rig that you have to carry. I mean, you're a full-fledged scuba diver. I mean, she's not using the blue, well, you do use the blue Nemo now. But before that was even around, I mean, you were using the heavy scuba tanks. I mean, the real heavy stuff, and just, I mean, you can see all the gear you have there. It's a
oh,
lot to have on your back and stuff, right?
thousands of dollars. I
Yeah.
am open water certified up to 60 feet. A lot of times the ring recoveries aren't more than 30 feet. Now that the Nemo's on board, I've signed up for an affiliate last year, and I love that little device just for dock diving. You know, it's 12 pounds, battery operated. A lot of times I'll find the item within a minute to 20 minutes, depending on what I'm looking for. And now I can't wait to try the Nomad. My Nomad came late in the fall. And I was so excited to try and use that last year, but our waters are pretty chilly. I mean, it's going to be at least 2 months before it can get in the water up here.
Right.
And I have a dry suit, but I'm not fully certified. So I'll only go in up to my neck with the dry suit. So, you know, I could start going in the water up at Wasaga Beach quite a bit sooner than most others. So.
Right. I'm going to pull up another picture that caught mine. I know, don't want to forget to ask you about it. Since we're talking about diving and stuff, I mean, I feel like it's fitting just to pull this picture up. But tell me a little bit of information here about this picture. This picture is really neat, man. This is a really cool picture.
Oh, that was down in the Florida Keys right after Hurricane Irma hit. Was it when it wiped out the Keys? I attended Scuba Wise class. I highly recommend going to see Captain Carl Fismer, Captain Bradley Williamson, and Dive Master Mark Littleton. It was just so inspiring. I love those guys, and I can't wait to dive with them. We didn't get to dive because of the conditions. It's a half of the day is in classroom, and you get to see videos, and you get to see the incredible artifacts that Captain Fizz, Captain Brad's pulled up. Like, it's just mind-blowing. And so I had a couple of friends, Dorothy from Ontario and her boyfriends from North Carolina, Andy, and they were going on a charter out of Rainbow Reefs. What an excellent outfit to go.
Yeah.
I've only been down on a location for my open water certification. I just mainly got my certification for detecting. But we went to Christ the Abyss. There's 3 of these statues in the world, and one of them is in the Florida Keys, and everything was covered in brown. We hardly saw any of the corals, the colors. We came upon this grouper that, oh my God, it freaked me out. It was like 15 feet long.
Wow.
And the head must have been 4 feet wide. Like, it was, I didn't even know anything about it. And it was hidden in this kind of cave rock formation. And they said, if you hear whoomp, 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 get the heck out of there, because it's coming after you.
Right.
And it was wild. But anyways, I got to take the picture with Christ here, and it was just fabulous. Just to
That's a really neat picture. I mean, the colors of it, just the blue, and like it's like a blue around you. It just caught my. I mean, it's a really neat picture.
Oh, I really hope I get to retire soon, because I'm buying a trailer in Florida, and I hope to get hooked up with the Pandian and the crew and go out. Mark has already said, when you come down here, let me know you're coming out with us. So I'll say, I'll be your videographer, even just for the experience.
Right. Heck yeah.
Thank you. I love that picture too.
Oh, that was definitely a neat picture. So we already know, Allie, that you are part of the Ring Finders. I guess tell us a little. There's her bio page, kind of like just her main page there of several pictures of some rings and her name and stuff like that. But how long have you been with the Ring Finders? I mean, tell us a little bit about your perspective as a female, and just tell us a little bit about the Ring Finders from your point of view.
I am actually going into my 14th year. I snowmobile for the Kelly Shires Breast. I'm gonna tear up. I'm sorry.
It's okay. And I will show some of those pictures if you're okay with it then.
Yeah. I am snowmobile for charity. I am very blessed to have benefits. I went through cancer a rare anus cancer myself 11 years ago. And thank God, touch wood, I beat it so far. So I didn't have to pay for anything. I'm employed by the city of Brampton, a large municipality in Canada. And this is just a way of giving back. So 5 years now, I've used, we come up with different ideas on how to raise money for the charity. And I started using the ring finders. So I do charge to go out. A lot of times I won't, if they're students or, I kind of try and gauge. I do charge to go out now because I've been shafted quite a few times, and I've learned. I actually have a contract being drawn up now because of it. But I do not take a reward. When I do find the item, I ask them to pay it forward with an immediate online donation to the Kelly Shires Breast Cancer Foundation. And they get a tax receipt. So it's a win-win-win situation. I get a little something, they get their item back, or, lost keys, cell phones, property marker. I've done one of those. I've done a water shutoff valve where the municipality couldn't find it for 14 years.
Wow.
And I come along and I take a reading. It's iron.
And you found it. Bam.
And I found it in 3 minutes.
Wow.
So the old guy, he
Kicking butt.
told all the farmers and told the municipality guy, he just rubbed it in. And I love it. But anyway, so every year I always have a limit of $5,000. And I've raised every year about $2,000 to $3,000. And this year was the most amazing year. Past year, I'm about to re-sign up for my 14th year. I raised $8,000 to $320.
That's awesome.
So, and as a community, we usually raise all these ladies. They're the most, this is my pink family.
Awesome.
We've raised over $4,000 to $5,000. $400,000 to $500,000. And that's for breast cancer patients that apply to the foundation. And they give over $10,000 to an individual, or, it depends. It goes for wigs, medicine. People don't have benefits. They've lost their job, goes to rent, taxis, daycare, chemo, radiation, scans, you name it. So it's certainly a worthy cause, and it's close to my heart. So.
Yeah. One more picture here I wanted to share with that. You sent me some pictures. I thought they were really neat. I think, like I said, I was trying to pull these back. Oh, here we go. Here's the picture. Right there. I'll pull it up full screen real quick. Well, it's a little bigger anyway.
I think I've raised in my 13 years over $25,000. So. But with ring finders, I've raised about 19,000. So,
heck yeah, a lot of people in the chat are saying that's awesome what you're doing. A lot of positive love here you're getting. So it's definitely, she's doing it for a great cause, guys. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I had her on the I have her on the show. I mean, she's doing it for the right reasons. I mean, she's totally giving back, which is awesome. I mean, this is the kind of people, like I said, I flock to. And I really want them on the show because they're making a difference out there in the metal technique community. I mean, this is some awesome inspiration here. So definitely, you got to check out Allie's channel and just check her out. I mean, give her some love. I mean, she's awesome. So heck yeah.
I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's to be recognized for sure.
It's a win-win-win. I know Chris Turner, who's the CEO of Ring Finders. The owner is actually in San Diego. I'm not sure who the owner is, but we may be going into production, which is, I'm shocked that 98% of the population have no clue this service exists, and it's global. It's all over the world.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, for me, just it's a win-win-win.
Right.
Again, a lot of times I don't ask for anything, but if one of them, I drove 16 hours with another ring finder. We drove straight up to Thunder Bay. It was a heck of a drive, beautiful area, had to get special permission. And it was an experience. I would have loved to stayed. I found the young lady's ring. It was her late grandmother's engagement ring from Italy. I think it's one of the nicest rings I've ever found. And I found it in 20 minutes in the water, and she couldn't even be there. There's a number of ring finder clients that aren't able to be there as long as I ask for a description of the area, Google map image, and circle the area, and I'll go till I find it. I mean, I'm going back to Aurelia area for my 11th time in the water, 13 to 27 feet, and she lost this big gold bracelet. Turns out her husband worked for my late father at Toronto Hydro for 35 years. So I don't charge them. They're like family. I don't know why I'm tearing up so much.
It's all right. You're fine. No problems. You're into it, man. It's completely fine.
I think I'm hardcore. I mean, I'm not like Stan Ross from California. He's got 560 recoveries.
Wow.
I don't know anyone that has that many. I'm like Jeff Morgan. He's awesome. I chat with him a lot. We just lost to Toronto ring finder Mark.
Right.
And he just passed of a heart attack. So I have a feeling I'm going to be extra busy because there is another guy registered in Toronto, but he's moved to Barrie. So people join up. I mean, it's a positive for this metal detecting community because there's a lot of people out there leaving holes that, you got to be positive. I love teaching kids. I've had a handicapped child a couple of years now, and beautiful 1800s 2 properties, and just to be able to get him going. I've given away 3 or 4 detectors, which people will gift me because they've upgraded. And I was trying to find a child to give it to inspire them. Number one, I look if they have the patience, if they look up the items that we find, that they have an interest and learn about history, and just hopefully inspiring other kids, other women to get in the hobby, and even some men. I've got a couple of guys that are former hydro guys. I was the first female journeyman power lineman in Canada 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And I miss that trade. It was an incredible job. I grew up as a tomboy, so my dad was Toronto Hydro for 40 years, and it's in my DNA. I like this. Now I'm an inspector, traffic signal and streetlight inspector, and hopefully getting ready to retire and go full-time detecting.
Okay. Hey, let me ask you something. Can we play one of your videos? This is where I got a little funky. So I'm going to put up a video, and you're going to just talk about that video because I labeled them, but I don't know which one is what because it all got messed up. So I'm going to play the video first. We'll all watch the video together, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. That sound okay?
Sounds awesome, Andy.
All right, let's play a video of one of Allie's recoveries here. Let's see if this works. Hopefully it works out for us. I think it's going to.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I just found her earring. Oh my God. This is just the most incredible place. And I'll have to show you. Oh, this is an absolute fluke. I'm gonna stop and turn you around. I can't believe this. It's a needle in a haystack. The earrings are the hardest thing to find. I've been searching, and in the barn, in the stall, came around here, and this is where they loaded Eddie the donkey. And then she went in there. Eddie wouldn't get on. She took her for a walk. Eddie fell over there, came around here and she showed me the hoof mark. Anyways, oh, shoot, where is it? I'm gonna put my glove down. And, oh, I see it. And I was not getting, they didn't know if it was 18K. There it is. Do you see it? I can't believe this. Do you see it? I just moved the dirt away. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. And I was not getting a reading. So Angela, what did you lose?
I lost a diamond earring that Ariel gave me about 5-6 years ago.
Yeah. And how did you lose it?
Well, I was going about my everyday chores here on the farm, and I just noticed last night that it was missing out of my ear.
So I was out last night for a little while and it got pretty cool. And I came back today. And guess what I found?
Found my earring? Oh my, come on!
No.
How the hell did you keep that hidden from me?
I wanted to tell you when you came up to me.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You are the
No
I've been
effing
dying to take this video.
Oh my god, no effing way.
Guess where?
You know what? I really had like no hope.
No, like, okay.
No hope. Like
I know you didn't.
I had, when you asked me, you said, what do you think? I said, you're not going to find it. You won't find
You
it.
kept saying that last night. You know where I found it? Where you loaded Eddie.
Oh my God.
And I haven't found the back.
You are the best.
Okay, we don't care. We don't care about the back.
I
We
know
don't
you
care.
don't. You
No,
said that.
you are awesome. We are forever
and-
in your debt.
Yes. And we know that you take donations for the
Kelly Shire's breast
Kelly
cancer.
Shire's breast cancer. So for sure, we're going to do a massive donation. And yeah, I can't.
I've been thinking of how am I going to surprise him?
Wow, thank you. Look at you.
Awesome. I gotta remove this here.
I
Good
cried.
That was a long video, but it was a good video because I mean it showed the fine, kind of, and showed the emotion. I mean that was a good job. So yeah, that's awesome.
Chris Turner asked us to try and capture that emotion, and instead of like he holds it out, like they're turning rain holds it out, and they finally see it in the GIGMASTER. But every single ring recovery I do, I try and do something different. And that was awesome. She was a friend. She only lives 10 minutes away. She's on an 1850s property, and who gets it detected anytime? This girl. And I have found something. You probably can't see these coins.
Let me bring you. I think I can bring you up full screen. It's gonna bring me up full screen.
Late last year. So they're amazing people. She donated $1,000, and I'm saying no, just 10 to 20% is all I asked. Like I was expecting maybe $400. I don't know what jewelry goes for. I don't wear jewelry since I've divorced. So it's a 1820s.
Would it be a matron then or something, right?
No, it's Canadian.
Oh, it's Canadian. Okay.
It's rare, and yeah, it doesn't have a lot of detail. Maybe this.
Yeah, it's probably hard to see. You should have sent me a picture of it.
It's what are those horseshoe guy makers called?
I know you're talking about. I don't know if anybody knows in the chat. Let us know. Horseshoe guy makers.
Make the horseshoes and iron and for horse tack.
Blacksmith.
Yes, it's a blacksmith token from
Okay.
between 1820s to 1830s. And the blacksmith would make a replica of uh, King George the Second or Third.
Gotcha.
So the Britannia would be sitting down holding her septic, but he would make it that she was holding a poppy.
Yeah.
And the king has a honking big nose. There was no date, no currency value, and that's how they used to buy liquor. So, and the other item that I found that I didn't know is this.
Yeah, see, what is that? It's like it
It's
looks
a
silver.
decorative sash buckle.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of goodies left there for me to find.
Yeah.
So, there's again, pay it forward that come anytime. I always show them what I find. They don't want anything, but I'm going to mount the coin in the buckle and have it stay on their property. It's an incredible property, beautiful. And they've got horses and 2 donkeys, 3 dogs. But just great people, great friends they've become.
So real quick, I mean, you said about a little bit back to your ring finds. How many rings have you found since your journey with the ring finders? I think you have the GIGMASTER beat there. It sounds like.
I thought I was over 100, and I think that maybe the ring finders site, they have the Book of Smiles that's on the bottom of each of our pages, and it says I'm at 95, but I'm pretty sure I was over 100. Out of those are probably about I'd say maybe 65 to 75 are rings, recoveries, and range from $40 to maybe 25,000. But the other hand, when you're looking for someone's ring in public areas like Wasaga Beach, you come across other rings. I don't like displaying them. I do want to get them back to the owners.
Yeah.
I've also been on 4 occasions, have been gifted rings to try and find the owners. And 2 rings are from the Florida Keys, where this lady's former husband went down with his girlfriend. And found these rings poolside, and it was a group from Ottawa, Canada. And I'll post on the Ottawa pages. I take top shots of the rings. There is markings, no names, just so that they get back to the right owner.
Right.
Rings, a ring from Brampton. It's a gentleman's ring with a big diamond. I have no interest in giving them away, selling them. My goal is to try and get them back to the owner. And I've gone to some locations, and I've found, looking for one ring, I've found 6 other rings. That was a scuba dive location at a private golf and country trailer park community. So there's lots of areas out there, that's for sure.
Is your success rate, would you say, pretty good? I mean, when people would say, "Hey, hey, Allie, I lost my ring," what's your percentage of recovery? I mean, is it usually better than not, or I mean?
If they've called me right away, 92% return. If they've left it for a week, then other people, especially Wasaga Beach, will get there. And I've actually posted, because I'm a hard gritter. I drag my sand scoop even in the water. I'm out, and I go way past where they think it is, because your perception from shore is totally different and could be 30, 40 feet off. So I expand in 4 directions. And when I come in, I'm just eyeing up a target on land. I see my sand scoop, and I've missed 2 rings. In this past year, I've posted, I'm happy to give up what I asked for my fee to go out. Right. If anyone wants to return it. And 2 guys came forward, and I'm really grateful. And I'm more about the donation It is nice to get a little something, something, because it's time out of your day. You know, I've got, in my opinion, the best equipment, and always improving and purchasing new equipment. So I put
Allie,
my
not to cut you off there, but it looks like we raised $150 towards your foundation on there. Yeah, because people have been sending me messages via text message, because I have the show like on my phone here and
Are you
on
serious?
and people were sending you money, I guess. So that's awesome, guys. Thanks again for helping out Allie for a good cause here. So that's, I don't know if you can't, you're probably not seeing the chat, but I'm trying to read the chat as you're talking with my sunburn and all. but yeah, no, thanks again, guys. It's awesome.
Oh my God, you guys.
Thanks for the super chats too. Like I said, all that stuff's gonna go back into the show as well. So you guys are awesome.
You're making me cry again.
Yeah, they're good. It's all good.
I wish more people would do, give it back, even if it's kids' hospitals or
Right.
something worthwhile. I don't. I mean, I just love the hobby. I've gone through a really bad divorce.
Right.
Lost my 3 kids to a narcissistic, but I'm living, and I'm a survivor of cancer. And ones come back, and I'll love them no matter what. And I just won't buy their love. And detecting is my savior from addiction of alcohol. I don't do drugs. I lost my brother to suicide from drugs, and killed my parents.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm laying my heart out. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you're good. It's all
I am
right.
so grateful. I got
Very
it.
emotional, but that's fine. It's a different aspect, and I mean, you can tell that you really feel what you're doing, and that's awesome. So that's definitely
Yeah.
It's very, very cool.
I'll go back. I keep going back because I am stubborn, Scottish background, and I know if it's still there, I won't give up. I've got a number of locations I'm going back soon. I can't wait to get back and up the percentage. I'm always trying to improve, and Steve Zazulik was my mentor. He lives an hour and a bit away from me. He's in Oakville. I haven't seen him for a couple of years, and I highly recommend his book, The Ring Finder, and he's coming out with another one for dive detecting. So Andy, I'm going to buy one for you and send it to you. But when we're down at the DB, Dirt Digging PA at the end of May, I'm going to give you some pointers, and
there you go.
Look forward to giving you some tips, and I'll share my tips with anyone.
Awesome.
I love talking with Christine. She's really come up. I love inspiring other females and guys too. And I did want to mention, I can't mention his name, one of the videos you're going to show tonight, which was a scuba dive on a private pond. And she stiffed me big time.
Oh, wow.
But one of the ring finders in the U.S., donated on her behalf, and his sister is recovering from breast cancer. Again, another ring finder took his donation from New Jersey, Jeffrey Roll, and we chat. I go down to the New Jersey hunt, and he made a donation of $200 from one of his recoveries, and that just shows that I think I'm appreciated.
Yeah. I'm trying to find these videos, so bear with me. I know, because I lost all that stuff. So now I'm trying to, I hope I can find it, because that'll be a bummer. But yeah, if you guys, like I said, have not checked out Allie's YouTube channel, it's right here on the bottom of the screen. Please give her a look. You have more videos. Like, if I can't pull up your video here, which I'm really trying hard to, do you have that video in particular on your YouTube?
I try, and I think the last 3 or 4 years I've done all my recoveries on video.
Okay, so I'm going to try to pull it up. I hope I can make it. If I can't find it, everybody needs to go check out your channel and look at your videos, because they're awesome. So definitely.
Do you want me to send you? Resend?
You can try to. If you email it to me again, we'll keep chatting and I can try to pull it up. I had all that ready to rock, and then it just got blasted when I popped out. So, but yeah, heck yeah. So who we got here in the chat still? You take your time. I'm just acknowledging some people. Patty Disharoon's still in here. Drummond Detect Viddy's in here. Madison, Maine. Hey, thanks for coming into the show. Action 5. What's going on, man? Headed to the creek. Nice to meet you. Heck yeah. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, guys. I know it was pretty warm. I mean, where I'm at, I think a lot of you guys are from the eastern side, so it was really warm today. So, I mean, it's hard to watch a show when you want to be out metal detecting, right? So, I would probably be out there too, metal detecting as warm as it was today till the last bit of the sun coming down. So, I appreciate you guys coming in here to watch the show. But
there's Pop Candano in the house. He's an Ontario boy. Good guy.
Can you see the chat, Allie? Are you seeing that as well?
Yeah.
Okay. I just got word. It looks like I'm giving away something else too here. Somebody wants to give away something, I think. But anyway, all right. So did you send that to me? I'll try to do this quick.
Yes, sir.
Let's try to do this quick. All right, bear with me here. Bear with me. You still there? Yeah.
Yep. It's mainly dirt fishing. Found a Canadian large sand. I love those coins. They've got a wreath all the way around. Coppers. They're beautiful. Way to go. I'm looking forward to trying the Nox, the Nocta Legend. I've got the Pulse Dive as well. And it's handy for rocky areas and getting in and around things.
Okay. All right. Hopefully I can do this. All right. So bear with me, guys. I had all my stuff and then I blew it out of the water. All right. I think we got it up, Allie. So let's try this out once. Sorry for the delay there, everybody. Uh-oh. We got some talk. I think I had that problem with your video. Do you hear something weird? Chipmunks or something?
Oh, I fast forward in one of the videos.
That's what it is then.
And I didn't mute that section. I'm learning Splice. I used to use the GoPro Quick app for piecing together videos, but now I'm using Splice because the music, they've got a lot more music picks.
Gotcha. All right. Sorry about that. But here, I'm going to pull it up for the real time this time. So you just made it fast forward so it sounds like chipmunks for a little bit and then it goes away.
Just to shorten the vid for you.
Okay. Yep. I think we got it. All right, guys. Let's watch this video real quick. Now, is this the lady? This lady didn't stiff you here, did it?
With the white crazy reaction?
Yes. Is that her?
Yeah.
She's the one that stiffed you. So we're going to play that video now. So, all right, let me take this off quick and let's do it. All right, here we go. There should be sound. You still hear me, Allie?
Yep.
I think there is sound popping in. This is just you under the water looking for it, I take it?
Oh, it was. Yeah. This is where
This is just where she sped it up so it will go away with chipmunk voices to just bear. She was speeding it up so we get to the goods, right, Allie?
Yeah, that was crazy. She was telling me there's no weeds and there was 2 to 3 feet of dry weed in this.
Huh? I'm getting sad.
She's quite the show person.
Okay, says here your strength will be in remaining count. Thanks. Thank you. I send that to myself about every day, about 6 o'clock or so. 7 o'clock. Is it 7 now? 7 p.m. She's coming back. Could it be underneath? I don't know.
She called my machine a ping ping.
Pop Can Dan calls you national treasure here in Canada.
You're silly, Dan. Oh, he's so funny. Crazy guy. He's done some ring.
Yona! Yona! Wait! Yona! Yona! Do that again! Do that again! I'm sorry!
Do that again.
He's nuts.
I thought you were gonna say I found it! I was waiting for that one! Oh, thank you!
Weeds.
What?
It was in weeds.
How's... I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Just nailed it.
I hope I'm still going. Oh my gosh! Allison, you're amazing! You're...
Shane.
Yeah! Oh my god! Right when that scripture came up. 1 minute after the scripture. I know.
Amen, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you, Allison.
So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
She dropped my phone too.
Gloria.
Quite a production. That was the
Oh my god. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Lots of crying today in the show.
The GIGMASTER wasn't crying, other than his clients.
It's all good. That's good. That was a good recovery, though. I mean, you can tell all that stuff you're wearing. I mean, that's the real deal. I mean, it's how long did it take you to find that? You said.
She didn't put me in the right location, and when I came back, I couldn't use my pole to circular grid because that would nail it. I said, go around to the other side and try and get a better bearing because it was a massive pond. You should have seen the fish. My underwater video was set wrong, but I did capture and had to slow down that portion of the video. But I was pulling and I said, are you sure the homeowners are okay with me pulling these dry weeds? I was creating a path because I couldn't get my little 8-inch, or sorry, the 9-inch Excalibur 2 coil. And again, with that short dive shaft, it's a must for anyone dive detecting other than Michael Oliver. He's got the big long. You have that target closer. It's so much easier. And with the visibility issues here in Ontario, weeds, muck, you name it, you need to be. A lot of times when I'm in the water, it's like that.
Yeah, this visibility is just terrible.
I can't see anything. Right. I've been creeped out a few times. I've told that lady 4 times, and even when I arrive, this is the amount for me to come with my equipment, and my price varies depending on how far I have to drive. If the hookah is next to nothing, but it's 10 feet only and less. And scuba gear. Again, my gear, anywhere from $4,000 to $6,000, 100 mil steel tanks, 100 steels. I've got 4 of them. They're 485 Canadian each. It's just varies, and it's a negotiation. And then for the reward is 10 to 20% of the value. Well, she turned around and donated $50. And I was just like, I didn't see it at first. I just thanked her for the donation. And then 12:30 at night, I let her have it because I'm just, you get tired of being used and abused. Right. And she, well, I give to the ministry. And I said, this is nothing to do about your church and your ministry and what have you. This is about this ring that was custom made, that was her mother's, that was gifted to her by her brother. Again, I wouldn't know. My guess, $5,000 to $10,000. I would have been happy with $400. Yeah. And she received the receipt, and she tried 2 more times. And I said, you know what? I don't accept it, but I thank you very much. lesson learned on my part. And in that latter part of that full video, I put, I forgive you.
Right.
So.
Yeah, you live and learn. I mean, it's.
Yep.
I mean, I bought a metal detector and I trusted a guy. I bought an Equinox 800, and I trust him. And I didn't hit friends and family on PayPal, or I did hit friends and family on PayPal, and he sent me a brand new Knox 800. And like a week or two later, he gave me some bullcrap story how his daughter put the headphones in the Equinox 400 or 600 in the bathtub, and how am I going to sell it now deal? And I offered him money. I said, hey, I'll buy it off you. And he sent me soda cans in the mail, like 6 soda cans. Some of the people watching the chat might know that story already, but that was $450 that I just gave to some guy, and he screwed me. So I know how it feels to be that person. So definitely.
I think more and more people are getting called out, and you have to. You know, it depends. Now I am, because you're just enabling their behavior to continue, and if people aren't aware, and it's everyone for themselves. I'm a team player, so.
Right. Heck yeah. So let me see where we're at here once. So anything else you wanted to talk about? I mean, the ring finders, definitely cool. I like I said, that's a really cool web page.
Yeah,
you think you're gonna stick with that? I mean, you're going to continue to do it, right? I mean,
oh, totally. Yeah, I'm signing up for the Kelly Shires shortly, and be putting a link on I have a Facebook page, Pink Power Alley Treasure Hunter. I'm on Twitter, but I don't use it that much. Same, Pink Power Alley, as well as Instagram. I do quite a bit, and my YouTube channel. So I'll be posting a link, but I'm grateful for being appreciated. And I can't wait to get going. It's just so freaking cold here. We had a long, cold winter here. We don't normally get that kind of snow we did. And today was, again, I would have been sunburnt like you, Andy, at 23. I think we hit 24 degrees Celsius, and normally farmer tan.
Yeah, man, it's like.
But yeah, and I'm doing a lot more relic hunting now with getting permissions, and a lot of times I put a bug in the ear of some of the farms, and then I'll get the permission 3 to 5 years later. Right. I don't push anyone. I don't, when I go up, and it's usually friends of friends staying local, but I had an RV trailer up at Wasaga Beach, and I sold that. And I'm going to be traveling a lot more this year. Just different areas. I'm going out east again. I had 3 recoveries in one day. I wish I sent you that video.
Yeah.
It was incredible. A young man who was an engineer at a bachelor party, and reasonable, not the normal drunken type. They're young professionals. And his friend was our summer student at the city of Brampton, and said, oh, you should contact my coworker. She does ring recoveries. And they were having a baby, their first, and I split the travel between 2, because the third person was my watcher, Patty. And so I never asked for anything. She turned around and donated. I found her $1,000 reading glasses. And then I had 2 ring recoveries. Anyway, this young man drew out everything like an engineer.
Wow.
So this is what I did, how far it was, the area. And I took a video with my GoPro on my goggles, my dive mask. And I found that ring in 1 minute and 20 seconds in zebra mussels.
Wow.
It's my most favorite one from last year. It was just spectacular. And they couldn't believe it. I didn't get to break the news because I like to take a video of my chat with them over the phone, and they had a baby girl. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Yeah, the feeling of just ring returns is just, I mean, it's just insane. I mean, it's and you had that feeling so many times. It's
my
just,
goal is I want to make them cry.
Right.
That's her, just they lose their their mind over it because there's no way she's going to find it. Oh yeah, you don't know who you hired.
Here's a picture of some of my ring recoveries. I've had more than 3 here, but I mean, these are just 3 that I never thought to take pictures. I wish I could go back and say, hey, I took pictures of all of them. But real quick about my stories. I mean, if you want to hear, just because we're chatting back and forth. The first one was that guy that was 7 foot tall. That was just last week. A lot of people know that story. The second one there, the girl in that picture, they were actually, long story on that one, but I'll give you the short story. They were walking along a trail, and they went to go get their dog some water in the creek, and the creek was cold, and the ring came off their hand, and they lost it like in the creek, right next to the creek. It wasn't in the water. It was like on the next side of it. And they had like 2 or 3 people looking for it. They could not find it. It was like raining. She said she was describing like thunderstorms and how they were scared to death to be out there after whatever. But somebody called me and said, hey, you up for the challenge? And I said, yeah. And they didn't really know where it was, but it was a long strip, like you got a walking trail, and next to the walking trail, it's like really long, and it's like there's grass to the side. It was kind of like in there, she said, but it was forever long. But it was in kind of like a swinging path. So I just kind of had to walk really long. And I ended up finding it for that girl, and that was a custom made ring as well. I should have had a picture of that. It was like almost like wood colored, but it was gold. It was a weird looking ring. That was one of my first ones right there. But that was like what really ignited me to start finding people's rings. And the one here in the brown shirt I'm at, I'm holding a check, and that wasn't a check for me to get from him for finding this ring. I took my Jeep when I had a lifted Jeep. I took it into a car salesman, and the day I found his ring, he sold my Jeep. So it was kind of funny because I couldn't sell my Jeep, and I went to return his ring, and then he's like, hey, by the way, I sold your Jeep today. So that was kind of like my reward, because I was happy to sell I didn't like my Jeep at all, but anyway. And he was doing gardening. Yeah, he was doing gardening and was throwing his hands off, and it was one of those things, Allie, where he said, hey, my ring was lost here, and it was nowhere in that area. And I said, hey, look, man, can I scan around your whole yard? And I ended up finding his ring as well, but it was across the whole other side of the yard where he had a trash can, and that's where he was throwing in the weeds and stuff. And he didn't tell me that story.
Yeah. So. That's awesome, Andy. And I always continually ask more questions. A lot of times I'll say, try and GPS where you were,
right?
Because it just cuts down on the time. But grid search, I can't specify that enough. Even when I'm at DDPA, I grid it out.
Yeah. You can't miss it if you grid it. I mean, the machines nowadays are awesome. I mean, I have 100% faith in the Equinox. I mean, yeah, and I've been really pushing the whole gridding thing too. I mean, you just got to take your time, and just, if you really want to hit a place hard, and just really make sure at the end of the day, you're like, hey, I did well. I mean, that's just how it's got to be. I mean, I'm a wonder myself, but I've been learning to grid more.
And Steve Zuzulek always said, grid under a full moon, because it seems to energize metals. I know a lot of people, there's usually a lot of murders around full moons. People go a little squirrely. So he had a story where he found he had hunted this field in Niagara region, which is War of 1812, amazing area, and native as well. And he found this huge silver coin, and he had been on that field for quite a few times, and he said it was underneath a full moon.
Huh. That's awesome.
I know I'm always watching other people, other detectorists, picking up little things here and there, and I'm quiet in the background, and just. Yeah.
Now you mentioned you're from Canada, right? I thought you said that because you snowmobile. Your other hobby, I mean, is that one of your other hobbies? I mean, besides metal detecting, I mean, is that something you've been really close to doing that?
Yeah, snowmobiling. Yeah, I had to sell my sled a few years ago. I was in training to be the first female team to race at a race called Cane's Quest in the East Coast in Labrador and Newfoundland. It's a 3,200 kilometer race, night and day. it's quite challenging. And at that time, I was in shape. My race partner, Chantel Joannis from Cochrane, Ontario, that's like 6 hours north of me. And that's snow country, man. I've never snowmobiled with anyone like her. She outrides most of the top guys I used to ride with.
Really?
And just incredible individual and personality. I went and had minor knee surgery and unfortunately got a blood clot, a DVT in my right calf. So that goal, it was more of a goal from what I've been through.
Yeah.
And your peaks and valleys of life. And I was at a down point and I wanted to, turn a corner and just, I could do something crazy. It was crazy, but I was mentally preparing for it because, you're racing, you have the chance of going off the cliff in Newfoundland.
Yeah.
It's just you and her. You need to know how to wrench a snowmobile. You've got your own crew, but they can't touch the sled. But it was something just pretty crazy. But unfortunately, I had to do that.
Have you ever taken this is, I know, a weird question, but like, I'm thinking, like, have you ever combined the two, like snowmobiling with metal detecting? Did you ever ride your snowmobile with the metal detector to metal detect a certain place?
No, but I've offered to anyone that lost. We have incredible trail system, Ontario, all over Ontario, and there's the main trail that goes to Quebec. Quebec's got trails that are like highways. I've never ridden the trails there, but you can go and you stay in different places along the way. You could do week loops, just beautiful. You're seeing the wildlife, snowmobiling at night. I had a Skidoo free ride 154 800cc machine training for Canes. It's got 3-inch paddles, and it was crazy. I had to sell it, unfortunately, due to lawyers' fees for family court. So
Right. Sounds like you've been through hell, Allie. I mean, it's crazy, like your story. I appreciate you sharing. It sounds like you had one hell of an emotional journey just to be in here and stuff. So
it's still going. I hope it's going to be done this year, but it's, you know what? It's all about life, how you handle it and you move forward. And I always remind myself that someone else out there has it worse off than me. I have a roof over my head. I own my house. Well, the bank still does. I have my car. I have a full-time job. I have my benefits. So how lucky am I, right?
Right. Heck yeah. Well, Allie, I think we're going to cut it down. I'm going to probably give you but I appreciate you coming on the show, like I said, and I'm looking forward to seeing you. I know it's been 2 years I haven't seen you since the Dirt Digging PA event, which I guess is coming up in, I don't know, it's like less than a month, right?
Less than 4 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll see you there, hopefully, as long as Canada's not being jerks with the shutdown there still.
No, we finally opened up the borders and they just got rid of the the COVID testing. I just actually recovered from COVID 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I'm still a bit tired, but I'm prepping for an interview with the BBC tomorrow morning.
There you go.
There's a lady, a nurse that went out detecting with her husband and found a 600-year-old miniature gold Bible, and they think it's from King George the First or King Edward or something like that, 600 years old. So it's pretty incredible. I posted the news article on my Pink Power Alley Facebook page, but I can't wait to see you. Yeah. What are we going to eat in Pennsylvania?
Pie. I don't know.
Pie.
Yeah.
The banana cream pie at and the peanut butter chocolate to die for.
There's
and I can't wait.
In the chat. There's some people in the chat, Allie, that are actually also coming there. I think Detect Dig Smile is going to be there.
Awesome.
I know there's some other people that are coming, so yeah, we'll see some other people there as well.
Always
Viddy's going to be there. Viddy's going to be there. West Shore Hobbies.
I can't wait to meet you. And I sell the 50-50 tickets. I help out whatever I can do down there.
Yeah.
They're Kent and Wendy are like my brother and sister, and I stay with them. I used to have my big 2500 GMC diesel bitch. And that's what, and I would cart all the prizes over and help out. And I hope people, you know, clean up after themselves and make the job, because Kent, Wendy, I've got a little surprise for them. That's my other hobby in the winter now. I've gotten back to stained glass, so I have something very special I made them. And I'm going to see if I can make something to raffle off for my pie fund.
Yeah.
Because that's all I'm going to eat when I go there, is a pie from that country cabin place. But I can't wait to see everyone. Again, that's my other positive in this hobby, is meeting. I've been to Florida Hunt 3 years ago. Joe DeMarco's hunt, digging South Jersey. Amazing. I've been there two years in a row. He hasn't had one for 3 years.
Okay.
And this would be my 7th year attending DDPA. And I love meeting people, talking to them and getting to know them and being
must have
friends.
been in most of them then. How long have they been doing it?
I think they're in their 8th or 9th year.
Oh, wow. So you've been in a lot of them.
One or two, and I was the first Canadian. And then I bring Glenn Bools along. We drive down together now. He stays at the hotel, drops me off at Kent and Wendy. And I love the the New Jersey guys, Bob Brown. I've stayed at his place. Amazing. He's an awesome guy. And the whole group from there, and the girls, and we were Sue Ellen, and yeah.
So yeah, awesome.
Love you guys. Love them all. Yeah.
Well, Allie, I appreciate you coming on the show. Like I said, definitely looking forward to seeing you. Thanks for all your inspirational stories. I know things get a little emotional when you talk about that stuff, but that's completely cool. I mean, it shows that you really care about what you're doing there. It gives an extra punch to the channel, to the show. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just a good all around vibe that you give. So I really appreciate it.
I'm honored. You should join the Ring Finders. We might be going into production.
I looked into it, so we'll see about how that goes. I've been talking to another guy that does it locally. But yeah, it's been on my checklist here. So and thanks again out there, guys, for the donations to Allie's foundation. What was it called one more time? It's
Kelly Shires Breast Cancer Foundation. Link is closed for last year. Now we're into year 24. Probably going to go 2 more years. But I'll be posting. I'm signing up for my 14th year in a row, and we'll be posting that link. And I really appreciate. I'm just so grateful. Really, I have no words, and thanks to those people that donated. That
was all. I didn't even think about that, but somebody mentioned it in the chat, and I was like, that was great. I think it might have been it was Action 5 out there. If you're still in there, thanks for that recommendation. That was really nice of him, and people actually were doing it, which was even cooler. So thanks. So all right, Allie, I'm gonna give you the boot. I definitely appreciate it. Said it once, I'll say it twice, I'll say it 3 times. Thanks for being on the show, and we'll see you soon.
Honored. Love you, buddy.
All right, we'll see you.
Hey, buddy. Mrs.
Won't be too long. All right, thanks again. All right, see ya. Bye-bye. Bam. All right. Action 5. Yes, it was Action 5 that recommended that. Thanks again for that, buddy. Lawrence. Andrew Collins is in here. I'm just going to get Patty Disharoon still in here. Shannon Bortner, my mean man, mainly dirt fishing. Robert. Detecting Smile. Patty. Yes, we have a good men crew. If you're not typing #rings, it's not ring, it's rings this time, as in more than one ring. Since we had 2 guests, there's more rings to be found. There you go. Allie says, oh my God, thank you, everyone. And we definitely appreciate her being on the show. Things get emotional sometimes, guys. I mean, that's just how it goes when you're feeling this hobby. I get it. I mean, I've been there. I didn't cry as much as she did, but it can happen. So, all right, rings, everybody. Let me see where we're at here with how many people we're looking for. So, if there's anybody I missed out there, I apologize. We got Drum and Detect. I saw they're popping in. I know tonight, like I said, it was a kind of a crappy night for streams because the weather's so nice out. So people are down. But if you guys can hit the thumbs up for me, I definitely appreciate it. Nikki D, there you go. I missed her. Sean from Berks County Metal Detecting still in here. Vidi, you guys are awesome for being here, man. I definitely appreciate you guys being here. So, okay, well, quit blabbing, all right? Ugh. What are we giving away? That's what everybody wants to know. So, guys, I got new stuff coming. I got new hats. I'm wearing this Rogue Magnetics hat just because it's a sponsor. And quite frankly, my Lost Boys Recovery hats are taking a dump. They're all faded. They look like crap. I have several hats coming. I dropped them off a week ago. I think I got 35 to 40 different hats with my logo on, the Lost Boys Recovery, like you see there in the background. Hot pinks, greens, blues, all kinds of crazy colors. So I'll have hats available here soon. They will be part of the giveaway. But for now, how about we give away a Lost Boys Recovery t-shirt in the drab green color? What's in your yard? Lost Boys Recovery. This size is going to be, and I can try to change the size if I have the size. This is an extra large shirt. So if you're a girl and you can wear it to bed or whatever. If you're a guy, hopefully you're an extra large. They do shrink a little bit, but not a lot. So I apologize. If I can't meet your demands, it's just going to have to be an extra large. But yeah, nice shirt. Let's see where we're at. Sorry to blabberry, guys, and sorry about my crazy sunburn from today. All right, let's see. We're at 20 people right now. I think we're good. How many are in the chat? Let's check real quick. 23. So yeah, if you didn't type it real quick, type #rings, and we're gonna draw it. Real quick. All right, we're going for it. We're gonna share it. Also, if anybody else in the chat has any ring recovery stories that they want to hop on and tell us about for a little bit, by all means, I'm all about bringing somebody on for maybe a little bit before I close out the show. I'm all about hearing somebody else's story. If you're listening to me and you want to pop on and just tell us a little bit about your side of the story with rings, by all means, I'll put the link up here actually now, or I'll share the link here in a little bit. But let's give away this shirt here real quick. I might even pull out another giveaway out my rear if we want to here. So, but yeah. All right. Sorry to blab. All right, here we go, guys. This is for the t-shirt. Let's draw for it. There you go, Greg Blake. Greg Blake, thank you for being here and congratulations on winning that t-shirt. Greg Blake, I'm going to put the email address there at the bottom. I'm going to scroll it down there at the bottom for you. Just email me your information. Maybe just say I won the t-shirt, and down there it is motoenthusiast@hotmail.com. Yeah, so let me see. If anybody's willing to come on the show, let us know in the chat. There's not many people in here. I know how it goes. The giveaway's over, so everybody leaves and all that stuff. If not, that's fine. I will put up the link, though. I will invite anyone that wants to come in. If nobody wants to, that's fine. Hey, if you want to pop in just to say hi, by all means, that's fine, too. Let me see what we got here once. I'm going to put that in here real quick. There you go. I just posted the link to come into the show, as long as you're not some weirdo. We're all a little weird for being metal detectorists, right? So, but I'll talk for a little bit yet. If nobody pops on, that's fine. I won't feel, no big deal if nobody wants to pop on. So, all right. Well, we already have somebody popping on, so we'll chat a little bit here, and let's bring him in. Hey, buddy, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on? Peter, right? Peter.
Yes.
I talked to so many people, but I was like, I know that's Peter, and I didn't want to butcher that up. But yeah, Peter's channel, Detect Dig Smile. Check it out, guys. He's a good guy too. So what's up, man? How you been?
I got a lot of pollen right now, so
pollen
sound a little nasally.
Yeah.
With all the pollen, it's crazy. I couldn't even. It was so beautiful today, and I would go out for a couple minutes, and then I just had to come back inside. It was terrible.
Right.
So
yeah. Did you get out lately, there, buddy? Or
yeah, I've been out. I've been trying to learn, like GIGMASTer said this the days too. There's so much stuff. And they keep coming out with all different, versions.
Updates
so like
and whatnot.
You think you got it mastered, and you think everything's ready, and then they put something else in, and then you're like, that's a little different. You got to rework everything. So Yeah, it's a big learning curve.
Right. So Peter, real quick, have you ever had any recoveries yourself? Phones, rings, anything?
So I had an interesting year down at the beach. I think it was 2 years ago, and I've been detecting, and down at the beach, I usually go in the morning because it's cool. So it was getting towards the time that I needed to get back to the hotel. And I had like sweat in my eyes and I could hardly see. And I'm like, I just got to go a little bit further and, and see if I can hit something good. So I kept going and I hit this ring. So I picked it up out and it had like, suntan lotion all over it.
Right.
And it was it looked silver and it had like all these big diamonds the whole way around. And I'm like, wow, man, this is awesome. I finally, found like a nice diamond ring.
Yeah.
So and then I thought, nah, this thing's probably fake, because the diamonds are so big. So I get it up and I clean it, start cleaning it before I go in. And like I said, my eyes are all have sweat all in them. And I'm like trying to see. And I thought I saw 14K inside. So I get it up to the room and get it cleaned up and it's real. And my daughter, I think she was like 10 at the time. And of course, she wanted to wear it because it was so small. It was like, I think a 4. I mean, it was really, really tiny. And so anyway, my father was going to go out in the evening and he was debating it. So I said, Dad, we got to go out, because when you find something like that, you're on fire. You're like, okay, I'm juiced up. I'm ready to go. So we go out. And of course, I see a guy metal detecting. And normally, I give people space. I don't like get right up against them and, try to metal detect.
Right.
So my father, he just detects when we're down at the beach and doesn't really go out too much after that. But anyway, he went over and started talking to this guy, and I start heading down, and now it's in the evening, and I'm down, and I had my Equinox, and it's so dark. I got my backlit on, and I hear my phone ringing, and I'm like, "What's going on?" So my wife calls me, and she's like, "Hey, I think we found the owner to the ring." And I was like, what are you talking about? And she's like, the ring you found today. And I'm like, what? so I said, okay, well, I'm coming back. So I finally get back and here the lady had come down from Fenwick and she had put all this suntan lotion and lost a ring. And that was her father-in-law that was talking to my father. And this was her husband. It was his great grandmother's wedding band. So it had like a lot of, I don't know if you can see that, but
it had a lot of diamonds in it though. Yeah.
Yeah. And so turns out that this was he had been there for 5 days trying to find this ring.
Wow.
And and they were getting ready to leave the next day. So they drove from Fenwick down to Ocean City, Maryland. And I said, I just can't believe that I found this ring. And then like we found a person. Like I'm just like trying to figure it all in my head. Well, here when she when I met her, there was 2 of those rings and then the engagement ring in between. And it was a perfect match. So she was so happy to find it. And it just made me have so much, joy that I was able to, to get it back to the person. Cause you find stuff in the ocean. I mean, I've found, religious, medallions and, other, rings. And it's like, you just feel bad for people when they lose this stuff. And when I'm out detecting on the beach, I'm always like, like I see people and I'm like, and they come up and ask me what I'm doing, and I'm saying, you shouldn't be wearing that jewelry out here, because for me, if I find it, that's great, but you're gonna be sad, when you lose that.
Yeah.
So, but it was so awesome to get, to give it back to the lady. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so you got a taste of what it feels like to give back. I mean, it's definitely. Is that the only ring recovery that you had on your belt? I mean, I know you haven't been detecting super long, right?
well, I started detecting when I was 12, but I
Okay, so you
really got
haven't.
back into it, yeah, when COVID hit. So
Right.
I found rings over the years, but that was the first time I was actually able to give one back,
Right.
and I didn't even try. You know what I mean? It was just meant to be that I was there and found it and got it back to her. So
Right.
but,
Looks like not to cut you off, but it looks like Vidi wants to do a giveaway. He was messaging me there. He said, "How about another giveaway?" So we'll do that here in a little bit. But yeah, so awesome. So yeah, well, thanks Peter for coming on. I appreciate it, man. We'll have to chat again. You're going to Dirt Digging PA, right?
yeah, my girls want to try the kids day, so I
Yeah.
gotta try to get find someone that can give me an extra ticket to get them in.
Right.
But yeah, they're looking forward to it. So
That's cool. Yeah, I can bring another machine too. I don't. How many machines do you have? Machines.
well, so I kept my Equinox just so I could go out. My wife went out with me, so I don't think she has the bug like I do. You get the metal detecting bug, and then it's all over. So,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, I have the Equinox 800, so I'm gonna bring that up, and and then try the Deus to see how that.
Heck yeah. Sweet.
But anyway,
thanks
for having me on. Let me tell the little story.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's all about. We like to try to share with other people other success stories. I mean that's the whole inspiration behind the show. We want to share people's stories, and eventually we're going to do more shows with like showing people's finds.
Yeah.
Doing that kind of stuff. I know people like to have their stuff shown, and I'd like to see what they're finding and display it as well. So.
Oh yeah.
But hearing the stories of ring recoveries, I mean, since I found the ring that I found for that gentleman a week ago, and then Buckle Boy found one, it was the time to have this show. And GIGMASTER finally agreed. It seems like all the stars aligned, I guess you could say, to have the show. Allie's completely awesome. So it just worked out really well. So
yeah, that guy, that first guy, and that you showed. I mean, what did you say he was 7 foot?
Oh yeah, you mean the guy I found the ring for? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a 6 foot tall guy, so I mean I'm not short by any means. So you can tell he was way.
I mean, and his hands looked huge. What
14.
What size ring was that?
14.
14. Man.
Yeah. So if you're ever looking for a 14 size white carat gold ring, it was a solid 15 on the Equinox, and it slammed it. I think it was like 2 inches in the video. I did a YouTube short on it. I usually don't do YouTube shorts, but I said, hey, how do you make a whole video on a ring recovery? So I was like, perfect time for a short. But I took the shovel and stuck it in, and I kind of, you stick the shovel in sometimes and you pull back before, I'm turning colors, before, you pry it out. And that's it. I'm turning red all of a sudden. So sorry. My cameras are getting weird on me. They're overheating. So
more sunburn coming in.
Yeah, right. Good Lord.
So. Delayed reaction.
Yeah. So all right, Peter. Well, thanks for coming on, brother.
All right. See you later.
Hopefully I can turn my red down here because I'm like burning up. So whoa. All right. So Vidi, there we go. I'm cooling down there. My cameras must have like got hot or something. That's funny. So Vidi wants to do a giveaway, guys. Who wants to do a giveaway? If you wanna do another giveaway, say yeah, buddy, or give me some thumbs or something. I don't know. I appreciate you guys still hanging out here. We got 24 strong. It's Susie Q's in the house. It's Susie Q 96. Thanks for popping in. Drummond Tech still in here. Mainly dirt fishing, my main man. Drew Henderson's visiting. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Pink Power Alley still in the watching here. Yeah, she said it looks like I was blushing. Probably she meant blushing. Yes, my studio lights do have tanning bulbs. That is right. So the lighting is so hard to do on these streams, guys. Like if you ever try streaming, the lighting has to be perfect to get a really good image in the background. And I know my image looks great, but I look like crap. So it's hard to balance the two. But I see some thumbs up for giveaways. Patty Disharoon says, yeah, buddy. Detective Smile says, yep. So, all right. So here, let's type it quick, guys. Sorry to hold you up. Let's type the hashtag. Now I know how to change the hashtag, by the way. It was so stupid and so easy. Hashtag Vidi. Since it's Vidi's giveaway. Hashtag Vidi, everybody. And real quick, while we're talking about, he's going to give away a hand sand scoop. He sent me a picture, but it's a little. He didn't send it to me through email. But it's like a hand scoop. It has a handle on the top with the scoop on the bottom. It has holes in it. He said for catching all the coins and stuff like that. So yeah, thanks for the giveaway, Vidi. I appreciate it, man. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Vidi's awesome, guys. West Shore Hobbies. If you guys are ever looking for anything, he is definitely one of our great promoters here for the show. He's always been in every freaking chat or every live stream I've had so far since we kind of brought him in. Definitely a cool guy. If you guys need anything, definitely support Vidi or a local dealer. Don't go to your big box stores. I mean, those guys, they're not going to treat you right after the sale. So definitely, I mean, Vidi is an awesome dude. And we definitely appreciate everything he does for the show. Giving away all the stuff. We know he doesn't have to do that. So definitely appreciative. Everybody out there, thank Vidi, for what he's willing to give to everybody for the show. So, but awesome. All right, guys, you type in Vidi, hashtag Vidi, and then we're going to shut her down after that. But we're going to see who wins this sand scoop. Sounds fitting for the sand scoop. I mean, it's like there's rings. You're going to the beach. The T-shirt really wasn't on par with that, but hey, you can wear it at the beach, right? I've seen some guys wearing my shirt at the beach that I gave to them. All right, let's quit blabbing, and like I said, let's share this baby. You guys type in the Vidi, hashtag the Vidi, hashtag Vidi. All right, we're going to share the screen, guys. We're going to share the screen. We got 22 drawers. Type in Vidi. I think we're good. I think we're going to pull the trigger. I'll give you another few seconds. Okay, we're drawing it. Go. Ooh. Andrew Collins. Andrew Collins. I'm still freezing up here. There we go. Andrew Collins. Congratulations. Andrew Collins. Sorry, I was freezing up there, guys. So Andrew Collins, send me your information. I will put the link to my thingy down below, scrolling across the bottom there. They call those banners, I guess. I will put my information down there at the bottom for the giveaway. Just say Sand Scoop, and then I'll send that information on to Vidi so he can get that prize out to you. So awesome. All right, guys. Well, we're getting to be in the 2.5 hour mark. We're definitely doing a long stream here. We don't try to do the long streams. I mean, we're not trying to drag them on by any means, but we definitely appreciate everybody hanging in to the very end. If you guys ever have any topics that you want us to discuss about, I mean, machine setup, I have one in the works about YouTube production. I have a list here. I'm not going to ramble them off because everybody's going to copy off all my ideas. But no, we always like to try to bring a good show to everybody. If you have any cool ideas, let me know in the chats. Hit me up on Facebook. Let me know what you want to hear, information wise. Just a good chat. We're gonna have some just chilling chats. Like Gigmaster said earlier, he's a branch into something different. I'm big into camping. I thought about doing a live stream from my camper, which sounds kind of goofy, but I might just do one from a campground, just kind of wing it. I'll have a Lost Boys hangout, Lost Boys campfire hangout. I have some ideas for that, so that'll be a different thing, something nobody ever did before. But you got to make it your own, so we're just going to keep on keeping on and just having fun with it as long as we can. So if you guys haven't checked out my channel, Lost Boys Recovery, please like and subscribe if you can. I really appreciate it. Dustin took the night off tonight. I just kind of went without him. I'm sure he'll be back on the show again. It's not like he left forever or nothing like that. At least I hope he didn't. So But anyway, and check out his channel as well, guys. Dutch Boy Adventures. So, all right, man, we're going to shut her down. Like I said, once more, thanks again for being here, guys. Hit the thumbs up when you guys leave, and we definitely appreciate you guys tuning in every week or whenever we have it, every other week or whenever. So, but yeah, we're going to shut her down. Thanks again, guys, for being here. We definitely appreciate it. You guys have a good night. We will see you on the next show. Not sure on the topic yet, but we will get it out there as soon as we can. Peace out, guys, and have a great night. See ya.